number one. Rumble.com/freshfit, as you guys know. We've been doing some interviews that are a bit more controversial. We had Tommy Robinson on. We talked about a bunch of things that probably wouldn't fly on YouTube, man. So if you want uncensored full interviews, go ahead and check us out on rumble.com/freshfit. We got Nick Fuentes coming on Friday. So that's definitely going to be Rumble primarily. So
bless you, Myron.
Excuse me. So yeah, check us out over there on rumble.com/freshfit. Also, guys, freshfit.locals.com. As you guys know, we live stream the pre-show right before. So if you guys want to, get to see behind the scenes stuff or whatever it may be, Fresh on his excursions on boats and stuff like that, go ahead and check him out
4th of July, man.
freshfit.locals.com, because he's outside. I'm not. Also get the merch, guys. freshfitstore.com, where you can get the Chris Bum shirt, which I'm wearing right now, my favorite shirt, because this guy never shows up for work. So yeah, it is what it is. freshfitstore.com. And then also, guys, check out our clips channel where we post 6 clips per day, 10 shorts per day. Check us out over there if you guys want to get bite-sized portions of the video. It seems like a certain twin group has decided to react to one of the clips. So we'll probably react to that here, probably, guys, for y'all. I'm thinking maybe this week or next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then also we got another YouTube channel, guys, called More Fresh Fit Clips. So go ahead and subscribe to that one as well. We want to get that one to 100K and get the main one to 1 million. And then
isn't it funny, in that video, the whole comment section was on our side?
Pretty much.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I lost a lot of respect for them after that, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and actually, instead of attacking the individual, we'll go ahead and attack the arguments. No ad hominems. And then also, guys, check us out on Spotify if you guys want to listen to the podcast audio version or even get the video version. Check us out over there, and also subscribe to Fresh's vlog.
Guys, we had an awesome live stream with Casey Redbear covering dating in America versus dating in Colombia. Go check it out. And guys, 200K on the way. Let's go. I'll see you guys in Colombia July 18th. I believe we'll be there. So see you guys there. Peace.
What do you mean peace, man? The show's still going.
As in, like, peace out for my segment. My segment.
Peace.
Yeah, all right. Well, go ahead, guys. Check me out on Fed Reacts. You guys know I do criminal breakdowns on there. I'll be covering the YNW Melly case. I'll probably drop the new mech documentary for you guys. I'm debating whether I'm going to drop it in full for you guys or do my reaction, because the documentary is very complex. It's an hour and a half long, but we go into, how a certain state that won't be named on YouTube stole the nuclear bomb from the United States and was all involved in the JFK assassination. Very high IQ shit. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. I'm going to drop one of the two for y'all. And then also get my book, Why Women Deserve Less. I got it in hardcover, softcover, and Kindle, as well as Audible. So go ahead and get that book. #1 bestseller on Amazon.
Oh, they love
it. I'm sure they do.
They love it.
And then, Chris, go ahead.
Yes, girls, DM me the RC Poxin. Make sure you have photos. Please show up, dressed nice, the proper way. Don't bring anyone, no entourages, no nothing. Shout out to the girls for coming to the panel, and let's have a great show. Hopefully no Frank Castles. I don't know. Let's get it.
All right, cool. Ladies, if you don't mind, give us your name, your age, what you do for a living, dating status, and if you want to, of course,
your body count.
And we'll start
right here.
Already.
What up, y'all? I'm Hetty Betty. I'm 26. I'm a rapper. My body count's none of your motherfucking business. Period. Why don't you tell me yours first?
Okay, rapper. What do you do for other than rapping?
I manage bars and restaurants.
Okay. Dating status?
Single as fuck.
She belongs to the
summer.
We can tell. Highest level of education. Highest level.
Bachelor's degree, baby.
In what?
Full scholarship. International development.
Nice.
I'm
Cool.
cultured.
We can see that for sure. You rap. All right.
Stop it.
Wait, Fresh. Are you talking to Axel?
I kind of don't want to hear it, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what? For the chat, can you spit a bar, a verse, something
Spit it, baby.
for the chat?
Go ahead. I got this whore, right? About 5'9". He's got the smooth dick. He got the pork grind. Cock made for porn. I had some foresight to peddle his foreskin all over a porn site. He ain't like the shit, but it ain't his business. I'm a businesswoman bringing dollar bills in. I might be killing him, but I be feeling him. Could help it if a bit off the top goes missing. Nasty bitch, he only fucked me on my period. He even gave me neck. He said he loved the red interior. He started tearing up, and I said, why the fuck so serious? Got baptized by the pussy at a spiritual experience.
Oh my God, what is doing? The fact that he had the mask on.
All right.
That was different. Okay.
All right. Let me go through this one more time. So it's Heidi 20. Heidi, you said?
Hetty,
Heidi, and then you're 26. Where are you originally from?
North Carolina.
Okay. What part?
Bumfuck.
What's the name of the town?
Rutherford, Tib.
Oh, okay. Wow, yeah,
Real
that is out
bumfuck.
there. And then you said you're a rapper and you're manager of a restaurant. And then you said you have a bachelor's degree in international development. Where'd you get it from?
University of Vermont.
Okay.
Full ride, baby.
Okay.
Go
UVM.
Cats.
Yeah, that's out there in the middle of nowhere too.
Mhm.
All right. What about you?
My name is Hazel.
Hey,
Lou.
y'all.
All right. Hazel, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. Where are you from?
Panama City.
Okay.
I'm a high school graduate.
All right. And what do you do for work?
Help my girlfriend with her business.
You work for your friend?
hmm
What's her business?
She drop ship.
Okay. You do. Okay. So she runs a dropshipping business and you help her with that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you said you graduated high school. And what's your relationship status?
Taken.
Okay. How long you been together?
2 years.
Congratulations.
Love that. For
How'd y'all meet? High school?
TikTok.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Yo, nowadays you never know, man.
Yeah.
Social
Never
media.
fucking know.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. What about you?
So my name is Renata. I'm from Brazil. I'm 33.
Wait,
Bom dia.
33?
Bom dia.
What part of Brazil are you from?
Fortaleza.
Bless
sorry?
you.
Fortaleza.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not for Brazil. And I'm fresh design and personal style. And I have degree and a master degree in Milano. And
Hold on one sec. What do you do for work?
fashion design and
Okay. Fashion design.
yes.
Okay. And then you said you have a master's degree in what?
Fashion buyer.
I
did in Milano days.
Okay. And did you get your master's here or in Brazil?
So my degree I got in Brazil and my master I got in Milano, in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So you have a master's in from Italy, and then you have your bachelor's from Brazil.
Yes.
And it's in fashion design, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's your relationship status?
Single.
Okay, cool. What about you?
My name is Michelle. I'm 21 years old. I'm currently a waitress and highest education.
Where are you
level-
originally from?
Utah,
Okay. What part of Utah?
Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And then my highest education level completed is high school.
All right. Relationship status?
Single.
All right.
About to be taken.
What about you?
My name's Bella B. I'm 20. I'm a beauty specialist, and my highest education level completed is aesthetic school,
Where are you originally from?
Ohio.
Okay. And you said aesthetics,
hmm
and then high school,
hmm
and then single, or what's your relationship status?
I'm single.
What about you?
My name is Anna Mako,
Okay.
and I
How old are
am
you?
32.
Okay. Where are you from?
From Los Angeles.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I have a marketing company called Brandmire Marketing.
All right. What do you market specifically?
We work with everyone, but we're a full service agency. So we do everything from like digital assistance to SaaS programming, high level web design, social media, SEO, all of it.
Okay. All right. So if people want to get their name out there, etc., they'll go to you and you'll basically run them.
Oh
through.
yeah, we like copied like the clips and everything, like everything you guys are doing, like running the short ends of the clips and
Yeah.
getting the clickbait and everything. We do that too.
Okay. And what's your highest education level?
A bachelor's,
Okay. And what?
business development,
Okay. Where'd you get it from?
Maryville University
Where's that at?
in St. Louis.
Okay. Is that where you're like originally from, or you just went to college there?
No, I'm originally born and raised Los Angeles.
Okay.
Live
So
and
you
die.
are okay.
Yeah.
Do you live in Miami now, or are you just?
I just moved here last week.
Okay. Good move.
Oh, also AKA Grandma Monkey Lips from Black Pill.
Hi.
Mo knows. I don't know. He okay.
Black pill?
Yeah.
What are those?
I'm surprised that she even knows what that is. Okay.
Inkwells.
All right. And what's your relationship status?
She
Single?
belongs to the street. That was
Single?
hard. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what that is.
I'm
man.
leaving a
You're thinking a lot.
relationship.
You're leaving a relationship?
Yeah.
All right. So you're with him, but you're about to break up with him.
Yeah. No, well, we kind of already broke up, so.
Okay.
So you know you're,
Newly single.
you're gonna turn
No,
him
fuck
black
that
pill?
nigga.
That's messed up, man.
No.
Okay.
messed up.
How
He's
long
not
were you
into it.
together before you cut it off?
Like a couple years.
Damn.
I know.
Oh, why does you move to Miami? Now makes sense.
Yeah.
I moved
Shout out to
here.
Brazil.
You know,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
that
yeah.
nigga. Come outside.
No.
She represents the
I
lines.
moved
Yeah.
out here for work. I didn't move out here for the guy, but hoped it worked, but it didn't.
Is he still in LA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As
She
you
moved
should.
out here to get away from the guy.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Hey guys, my name is Evelyn, born and raised in Miami, 20 years old. I'm a lash tech. Highest educational level is high school, and relationship status married.
Well, you're married.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You said you're from Miami?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you're a lash tech, and then how long you been married?
A month.
Oh,
Oh, wow. New.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
How'd you guys meet?
Congratulations.
Through someone I knew.
Okay.
Wait, how long you been dating?
A year.
Stupid.
Is he religious? Religious guy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what's your highest education level completed? High school?
Yeah, high school.
Or did you get your esthetician license to be a lash tech?
No, I just went and got a course and got a certification.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. What about you?
Hey y'all. My name is Kernice.
Kernice, you said?
Kernice, like Denise, but Kerr.
Yeah, Kernice. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
All right, cool. Where are you from?
I'm from Miami-Dade County, but originally raised in Bronson, Florida.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I don't do nothing for work. I am a silent investor, manager for the family, and whoever else needs me to be there.
So, okay, so you're unemployed?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, what do you do?
Self-employed.
Okay, so self-employed.
Self-employed.
What do you do specifically?
I manage
Manage what?
people. I market. I produce.
I do whatever you want.
I do whatever you want me to do, to be honest with you. I'm just that
Why
girl.
won't you
You're an
be?
entrepreneur.
Yes.
Can you spell it?
No, I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not about to even fucking make myself look like a fool trying to spell that out. No, you got me fucked up.
About it.
You got me fucked up, stupid. It's been a long time. I didn't even do the spelling bee, brother. Okay.
All right, so you said
So
you're an
done.
entrepreneur. You manage people.
Right. So I manage my family, my friends, pretty much, and I promote them and I market for them. I'm a single. Well, I'm not single anymore. I'm engaged.
Yeah, he is right.
Thank you. So just pretty much a stay-at-home mom who is an entrepreneur and just,
Okay.
you know.
So you have a child. You stay at home and you manage people. Okay. I'm assuming your fiance is the breadwinner.
I mean, why wouldn't he be?
Well, I saw him. He is definitely.
I stay at home. That's
Okay,
my job.
That's why. Well, you also said you're an
He's-
entrepreneur, so I don't know who the
He's
breadwinner
confirming.
is.
He's
If you're an
confirming. He's a
entrepreneur, then I don't
breadwinner.
know how much he makes versus how much you make. You're claiming you make money.
I mean,
from-
that's really not your business, but we make money.
Bruh. Look, let me set some parameters here.
Okay.
I don't know how you speak with your fiance or whatever, but you're not gonna. This is
He's the breadwinner.
that's cool. Just answer the questions directly.
He's
This
the
isn't-
breadwinner.
Okay, fantastic. We're not going to play this stupid game on the show. You understand? I understand that you want to maybe try to purport yourself to be a character or whatever, but this isn't the fresh and fun show. If you continue the bullshit, I will kick you off. Answer the questions directly, succinctly, coherently, make sense when you speak, and don't make a clown of yourself.
Okay.
Understood?
I didn't think I was, but okay.
No, you are.
Okay. Answer the question. He is the breadwinner.
Cool. So you're the stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home mom entrepreneur.
Okay, and what does he do?
Do I have to answer that?
I mean, you could say the industry. It's cool. You don't have to say specifically.
I mean, he's just retired. I mean, we're just he's retired.
You're
He
trolling.
owns property.
You're trolling right now.
No, he just owns property.
All right, so he's a real estate investor.
Bruv. Okay.
Oh,
Lovely.
God, man.
It's been a
I
long
mean, I
show.
didn't want to
bro.
put my man's business out there. I'm sorry.
I mean, bro, it's
Real
not
estate's
that.
so
I'm a real
big.
estate investor too. Like, it's
It's
not
so big.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not,
Rocket science.
man. Okay.
Okay. You
If
wanna-
anything, you're bigging up your guy by saying that. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's like, dude.
All right.
Okay.
What a great start to the show.
Yeah. Holy shit.
In any case, chat first are questions.
You had the questions, right?
Yes, I did. Ladies on the panel, give me your opinion here. I just want to know your take on this because I think it's very good that we have a parameter here because I think for dating, men have an expectation, women do too as well. But I want to know from you guys, how long should a guy wait for sex?
Yeah.
And we'll start right here.
Until I motherfucking say so. I don't
Period.
fuck on the first date. I mean,
Stop the
From
cap.
that song, I couldn't tell from that song earlier.
well, you know, it's a persona. It's a character. It's a stage name.
And then
You
what's the
know?
longest you made a guy wait for sex?
Forever.
So you never give it to him? It's the longest?
Many times. Many times he's not gotten it.
And why is that?
Because the pussy chooses. I mean, she chooses. I don't. So
What? Break that down real quick. I don't.
You know, your pussy gets wet for who your pussy gets wet for. Like, it's not.
But is it because he didn't do well on the date, or like he turned you off? Like what?
Me and my therapist been trying to figure it out for a minute. You know, I've been in there for a year, so catch me next year. I might have some more answers for you.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that women get turned on by what they hear and men get turned on by what they see?
I think women get turned on by what they feel intuitively. Men talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, but the feelings are derived from what they hear, correct?
I mean, words are words. There's meaning underneath them.
Which directly influence how you feel, correct?
I'd say that takes into account body language, eye contact.
Yes, a lot of communication can be covert and not be spoken, but wouldn't it be fair to say that there's an old saying, women fall in love with what they hear, men fall in love with what they say, with what they, excuse me. Yeah, with what they see. That's why men lie and women wear makeup. So would you say that it's fair that women fall in love with what they hear?
I personally think that's an oversimplification. I think people are individuals and people fall in love with, you know.
But generally
speaks to
speaking,
their heart.
generally speaking, not
Sure.
not just you.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you said that the pussy chooses, but I would argue it's the female mind that chooses, and then the vagina reacts to what it interprets from what the man is saying.
I don't mean the pussy just as a physical attribute. I mean the pussy as a vibe. You know?
Okay, the vibe.
The famous vibe.
Yes, it's very big.
You know the vibe.
The vibe.
Well, actually, I would argue most men don't.
You think so?
Yes, most men don't understand when women say the vibe. It's a very crude way to explain how I feel at a given time based on what the man is telling me, what I'm experiencing, the situation that we're currently in. It's a very ambiguous term that women use to describe the atmosphere.
Well, I'd say the vibe is frequently changing, so it makes sense it could be confusing.
No, I'm talking about like a lot of men are not familiar with the ambiguous term that women use, the vibe, but it encompasses many different things.
What do you think it means?
I just described it.
Which would be?
I literally just described it.
Could you run it back for me one more time? A little synopsis.
Wow, this is
it encompasses many different things.
Yeah, this is crazy. Wow.
Language, body language.
It's gonna be a long show, man.
You said it was 2 hours.
You want that Advil right now, Myron?
I literally just described it, but it's fine. So to go back to the question, you say it's until I say so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you? And you said the longest you made a guy wait is forever.
Yep.
Does that imply that you guys never had sex before?
And that he's still waiting. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then what's the shortest you made a guy wait? Or was that the next follow-up question?
Was gonna be, but
okay, no. That's fine. Do you want to go around once and then? Okay, all right. So she said forever.
Okay, so how long should a guy wait? How long
Until
did
I'm
you?
ready.
Okay, and how long did you make a guy wait?
5 years.
Okay. Why did you make him wait? Because obviously speaking, there's a reason why you made him wait 5 years, but he stayed that long. It's crazy. So why 5 years?
Because I wasn't ready yet.
Mentally, physically.
Both.
What? I'm just curious. Why was that?
What do you mean?
Because I guarantee you, some guys didn't have to wait 5 years.
Guarantee you 5 years.
No, not every guy had to wait 5 years though.
Then they leave.
So you had sex with one guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you're a lesbian?
No. I'm bisexual.
Bye.
That is pick and choose.
Okay, that's different.
All right, wait. Okay, so for you, just real quick, what was because you said forever. Okay, that guy lost. What's the longest you made a guy wait where you actually completed the deed?
2 years, probably.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 years.
2 years. Okay, and then you said 5 years.
Yes.
Is that the man that you're currently with?
No.
So the guy that you're currently with hasn't had sex with you yet?
She's with a girl.
I'm with a girl.
Oh, you're with a girl.
Yes.
And you're engaged to her.
I'm not engaged.
Or no, sorry. No, that was.
That's me.
Oh, okay. But you guys have been together for 2 years.
Yes.
I'm confused.
Okay. So she's with a girl now.
Yeah.
And you identify as bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
But you've only had sex with one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that one
5
guy,
years.
you made him wait for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Okay,
I got thrown off because when she said relationship, I automatically assumed the guy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I
Different.
don't.
What's the longest you made a guy wait?
Okay, I don't wait a lot of time, like 4 years. Okay.
W Brazil in the chat. W Brazil in the chat, man. They don't play games, man.
You know, like okay,
We get
3, 4 dates. I see I like the guy. I like it intimate with the guy. Okay, let's enjoy it. It's like that,
Mhm.
Don't. That's that. What?
So the longest you made him wait is how long?
Like 3, 4 dates. I hang out. I'll
3
talk.
4 dates. Okay.
Yeah, I talk.
How long were those? Like, what was the span?
What is that?
Like, how long was that span? Unless you went
The
on 3
time.
dates and 3 days in a row. but
No. Like okay, one day, one weekend, next weekend, next week, like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Like 1 month, if
Okay.
do that.
So the longest you made him wait is 1 month.
Yeah, once a
All right.
month.
What about you?
I make them wait like a month or 2.
It's the longest, not
Oh, like a year and a half.
1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
My longest was 6 months.
Made a guy make 6 months.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hold on. Why?
I was younger. It was like my first boyfriend.
Okay.
So just yeah.
Okay.
You want to ask them why they made them wait?
Yeah.
Okay. Why for you?
I don't know.
Why 1 year?
I just didn't want to.
There must be a reason why.
I was like a little younger. I think I was just a little more awkward. I was just like, I don't want to.
Okay, so age, I guess, younger. Okay.
Like 18.
Was it really that you were younger, or that he just wasn't that attractive in the first place? You needed more time for him to build attraction with you because you were just so not attracted to him at the time.
No, I thought he was cute for a while because like I've known him since I've known him since I was like 13.
Okay. So would it be fair to say that your familiarity made you lose attraction to him a little bit? Why you made him wait?
No, because I did it when I was like, I don't know, because it was also kind of just like an in the moment thing. Like I didn't plan or expect to.
Was he like the good guy friend that didn't get noticed type thing? Like, like in the chick flicks?
No.
I'm like, why do I feel like you were a virgin and you gave it to him?
No,
No, not that either.
But I probably had like my first few bodies.
All right,
Oh, so
so-
you're still.
So he was just a nice guy.
Yeah, it's like
Is
a chick
really what
flick,
it came
like
down
a chick
to.
flick thing.
It's just that I knew him, so it's just like intimacy was like different, Like I've known him for years.
Yeah,
Like, he knows
you knew
me.
him too long, so it was not there. But he was
It's exactly what I said.
definitely
Familiarity that made her lose
because
attraction.
yeah.
the other guys you
Yeah.
smashed
Yeah.
way sooner, so it's like
Yeah. It's
Chick
literally,
flick.
bro. I mean,
okay.
okay. This segment does teach a lot, though. I hope the audience is paying
Yes.
attention here.
Yeah.
Did you want to ask her why you made him wait 3 to 4 months? Or
Well, no,
or-
because she did it pretty quickly. So I mean, like that's kind of like
okay.
I be direct.
Well,
I
month,
was
yeah.
probably direct.
And then why'd you make him wait? You want to know why, right?
Yeah.
Fresh. Okay, why? Why you made him wait 5 years?
Wasn't ready.
she said she wasn't ready.
Okay, and then for you, why'd you make him wait 2 years?
I wasn't that attracted to him at first, but he was really nice. He was a good guy. So I
Good boy,
figured
good
I'd.
boy. That's pity pussy. Pity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Would it be fair to say that he treated you really well compared to other guys?
I mean, I think I let guys like kind of show who they are. So I think some guys like put on a big front at first, and he didn't really do that. He seemed more genuine. So
So you
It
made him wait
wasn't-
2 years
So he was nice.
for being genuine.
pretty much. Sorry.
What the? F- Bad boys.
Well, I mean, like what would you do? Like if you were trying to get with some girl you didn't really care about her, you probably wouldn't make her wait, right?
I mean, no.
Right? And if you like really wanted to get to know somebody, like
Well, that
might wait a
implies
little
that the
bit
genders are equal.
We're not.
that's your opinion,
That's a fact.
according to you.
I mean,
Do you think men and women are equal?
I think they're
absolutely not.
different.
So therefore, they're not equal.
Depends on what your standard is. How are you measuring it?
If
Equal by
you're-
what
If you're
standard?
different by definition, you're not equal.
I mean, I don't know.
What do you know?
Like under the law?
What
or-
do you know, ma'am?
Yeah, what do you know?
Stop it.
I mean, men and women are very different from a cognitive standpoint, from a physiologically standpoint. So therefore, we're extremely different. So I would say, because you basically phrased me in an egalitarian question, like, well, what if the roles were flipped? Like, would you make a girl wait? And I'm like, well, that situation wouldn't really come up because men aren't in the driver's seat when it comes to dating like women are.
I mean, just like on a human to human level, like if you want to get to know somebody before you start a sexual relationship with them, you make them wait. You don't just jump into bed with them right off the bat.
95% of men would never make a woman wait. Realistically speaking.
Think about it.
It's women that are the ones that control sex, not men, typically.
Is that why you said they drive it?
Yes. Women controls who has sex. So, I mean, that's,
I mean,
yeah. We're not I see what you're trying to say. Oh, what if the shoe's on the other foot? it doesn't really apply here because men and women are not the same when it comes to sex and relationship. Excuse me, relationships.
I gotta give it to him.
Sure. I mean, I agree with that. I think culturally too it has a lot to deal with it, but I think we're all also just people, like individuals, trying to have genuine connections with each other.
Yeah, but individuals are way more alike than people want to admit.
Individuals are way more alike than people want to admit.
Yes,
So men and equal are way more alike than people want to admit, like maybe you.
absolutely. Men are far
Okay,
more
so you
similar.
just agreed with me.
No. Because you said, but people are individuals, and you're trying to say that people are different. And what I'm arguing is that more people are very similar. It's just that they might not be as honest about it.
Yes, so you're saying people are very similar. So men and women are pretty similar.
No, I meant as in men are very similar to other men, and women are very similar to other women.
No,
Now you're making the distinction.
But that's what he meant.
I mean, it was implied because we were talking about the gender differences in the conversation.
He's breaking it down
from the
for you.
first place.
Stop. Sure.
I mean, like, you know, if you're having a conversation about gender differences, I wouldn't think I would need to reiterate again. Oh yeah, and by the way, let me distinguish.
You said individuals are much more alike than people would want
you
to
know how
admit. And
females
you
are. You
just
gotta
tried
break
to
it down
say
for
two
us.
individuals are very different, male, female. But you just said they're more alike than you'd like to
But
admit.
we were talking within the context of gender differences and relationships between men and women, so that polarity was already implied in the conversation.
I think there's a lot of feminine men and there's a lot of masculine women.
No, she does make a point.
That wasn't the what we were
Argument though.
it wasn't.
What is the argument? Can you explain it to me?
incredible.
Okay, now let's just move on.
Okay.
Losing brain
Okay.
cells here.
So she made we started here because she said that her guy was nice and she made him wait for 2 years, and
Which is her choice.
yeah.
So her body, her choice.
All right. I don't want to get off because this is your line of questioning, so I don't want to distract from it.
What about you?
Oh, what was the question? It's been a while.
To be
sorry.
fair,
back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
You guys gotta give me that one.
It was something about
How long should a guy wait to smash?
Should a guy wait to smash?
How long should he wait?
Should
how
he
long
wait?
did you make them wait? Is what it was, right?
No. How long should he wait?
Should he wait?
Generally.
I mean,
Well, I thought it was how long?
It's three
Did you use
questions.
the longest you made him wait?
So
yo, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't make the guy wait that long because I don't date guys that I don't like. So probably like couple dates, right?
Right.
But that's if I have to be dating people that I like. That's all I date. A guy should not. I mean, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I think that guys should not really wait. I think that if there is something to be said when guys tell other guys like you should only look for women that they say it in Spanish, que tienen las ganas, like they're hot for you, they're excited for you. Because if kind of like, if you keep asking the question, it's going to be the same thing. Women don't have a rating scale. Women have smash or pass. Sometimes if they're lonely, they may smash. Sometimes if they're bored, they may smash. Sometimes if they're drunk, they may smash. But I always I have guy friends and I tell them all, if you keep dating a girl more than 3 dates and you don't smash, move along. Because 9 times out of 10, it is what you know what it is.
Right.
It is what it is. Like you are for
totally
real.
for that.
She doesn't F with you. She's using you for the dates. She's going to get a meal
And the
ticket.
drinks.
Like like
You're
get
right.
it done, whatever.
Yeah.
But at least like from like the friend. They're not watching this, but my guy friends, like they'll all attest them. I tell them 3 dates, that's it.
would you agree that like in the first encounter of meeting a guy, you know if you want to smash or not? Like you know
100% within 8
right.
seconds. That's why I keep saying like women don't use a rating scale. Men use rating scale because it's not even a rating scale. Guys are just trying to understand women, and women don't realize that men are trying to understand women. So the only way that men can like equivocate what women are thinking is they go into a rating scale to try and understand what girls like. And that's why he's asking the question of like, would you, wouldn't you, should you, shouldn't you? And the reality is if a girl is hot and we have hormones, we have more emotions than men. You guys think more logically. So you're thinking analytically, but we think emotionally. And if you have emotions, you have inspiration, you have motivation, you're going to be all wet and you're going to be like, daddy, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. That
3
was
days.
Hey, she ain't lying.
quite a lot of info at one time.
But-
Sorry.
Just so it's clear,
Yeah.
it's what's the longest you made a guy wait, and then why, right?
No, the question was from the very beginning. How long should a guy wait, and how long did you make him wait?
Yeah.
3-part question. And then for you, how long did you make him wait? The
When
longest.
I was 23, I think I made a guy wait 6 months because we were friends 1st.
Mhm.
But it was just because we were friends first and we were in a friend group and we didn't want to mess up the friend group. Other
was in a
than
friend
that, the dude like stayed in my. Let me tell you this, guys, in the chat. The guy was in my bed and stayed in my bed and didn't touch me, and I was losing my freaking mind.
Stupid.
That's what you want to go for. You don't want to go for anything less than that.
Wait,
Okay.
so you don't want them to touch you?
We
or you-
don't.
I wanted him to touch the
Okay,
shoes,
gotcha.
girl.
Just making sure I'm
I
following.
felt my
Shit.
girlfriend's on my face.
What she said, what she basically said is she wants the woman to be in the woman needs to be in the pursuit phase, not the other way around.
Yeah, I need to be pursued. I will never pursue. Every time a guy has tried to make me pursue, and like the book.
No, but just literally just now, the example you provided is that he didn't show you attention and you wanted it.
No. What I said was he was with me and he did not make the move. That is what drove me crazy. The attention was 110% there. That is why I was losing my mind. He opened the doors. He was there. He was sleeping in my bed. Oh,
That's what I mean. Like he didn't pursue you sexually at that point, and it
sexually.
made you.
That's the word.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
He made it about everything except for the sexual part, and because of that, I felt so cared for and so safe and so everything that I was just like con ganas.
That's your friend.
Take me. He was my.
Your friend.
Is that the guy that you broke up with,
no,
or someone else?
No, someone else. I almost married that man.
Oh,
there's a strategy to that.
that's kind of
It's
romantic.
really
It's
no.
like
That was like
therapist
I use that as
Why
like,
didn't you get married to him?
he joined the military and he started drinking a lot and getting into drugs.
Ooh.
Understandable.
Did you like him better than the guy
Oh
you
my
broke
god,
up with?
I'm like getting emotional. Ew.
Did you like him better than the guy that you broke up with recently? When he was in his prime, at
The
least?
guy that I broke up recently with, it's not.
Man, fuck that nigga.
No, because that's the problem. No, that's the problem. That right there,
no,
that's
what I'm
the
asking,
problem.
it's very simple. It's when the military guy that had the issues that
It's
you
not
first
simple.
were going to marry
It's
him.
not simple.
When,
It's not,
when
it's
you
not
were,
simple.
When
You
he
want
was at his prime, and then your other guy when he was at his prime, who did you like better?
I'm going to tell you this. The one that I almost married is the one that I was in love with
There you go.
because he showed. And the one that I was with recently, the problem with him is he was cheated on twice before. And so
Oh.
every time that I wanted the intimacy, he was there with opening the doors and stuff. But that actual like ride or die, every time we got close to it, boom, he'd like disappear for like hours or days and like not respond. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. There's too much like push and pull, too many games, too many this. I'm like, and that works in the 20s. Girls in their 20s, that works with girls in their 20s. Girls in their 30s, it doesn't work.
Okay. But assuming all things are equal, the other guy was your first love and you preferred him. Assuming he didn't go into the drugs and all the other bullshit, he was the better
But he did.
candidate. No, I'm saying at
If
their
he didn't.
prime.
If he
I'm saying
didn't.
all things equal.
Oh, hypothetically, both of them are
Yes.
at their prime and we're both everything good.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
the military guy was
Okay.
more attractive.
No, it's not more
to you.
attractive. It was ride or die. So there's it's
You were more attracted to him. That's my point.
because he was ride or die. It's not attraction. Attraction is when you find someone attractive and there's like a I like you.
But
This and I know you're frustrated with me, but I'm trying to explain it from a woman's point so that you can understand it better. Women don't just see attraction like I'm physically attracted to you. It's also like a safety thing. So
a multi-layered.
yes,
issue.
but the first one put
But the
all those
bottom line
layers.
is attraction.
Yeah,
it's
no,
the bottom
first
line is
one put-
attraction.
No, they're both really hot.
The
They're
bottom
both-
line, I think, is one handled it and one didn't. I think that's
well,
what
the
it is.
second one actually was way
Not
better
the
at
military,
handling.
not the military guy. The
No,
mil-
military guy was
loyalty.
like okay, but the that
So
second guy
what
was
she's
like,
saying is that the second one handled it. Pretty
Okay,
much.
well,
Shut up, bitch!
we'll move on from here. What about you?
Oh.
I think
The bottom line is attraction. There's multiple components to attraction. What I simply was saying was, it seems to me from your story, from your own words, the first guy was far more attractive from a holistic standpoint, and he was the better candidate. However, he fucked up and lost that attraction from getting into drugs, etc.
You said that so
you left
eloquently.
him, and then you went on to the next guy. He was also attractive, but he did not compare to the other guy because he did certain things that made you lose attraction for him, such as hot and cold signals, etc. Fair?
I love the way you said that. You said that eloquently. Thank you.
Well,
You figured out to your mind.
yeah.
No, you said-
when
that's
you've
a lot
interviewed
of
a bunch of
jargon.
women, you just kind of, you
That
know,
was really for like speaking women language. That's like yo.
yeah, I've talked to
I like-
2,300 of y'all, man. So
I like
we're start to
therapists.
be able to decode the woman needs.
Okay, what about you?
I think a guy should do it whenever he wants to. The guy.
No. Okay, I agree, but we can't just do it without your consent. So, how long ideally should you wait, in your opinion?
Like a year.
A year?
Yeah, year and a half.
Okay, and then the question is, how long do you make a guy wait?
A year.
Why?
Honestly, to be honest, like I always wanted to wait till I was married,
Mhm.
and then shit happened. And I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. And now I'm with this guy. I got married, and that's it. I've
So
only
the
had
current
this
guy that you're
two-
with now, you
It's
made
my
him wait a
second.
year?
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, so
Okay.
interesting. And then he waited a year and then married you,
Mhm.
and then smashed.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Is he Christian?
Yeah.
Devout Christian?
Mhm.
So religion made him, I guess, wait a year and then marry you.
It was mutual because I was also like raised that way,
Mhm.
and then I fucked up, and I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna doing that until I actually get married.
So you only have two bodies.
Yeah, just two.
Okay.
Wait, so the longest a guy should wait, you're saying, is 1 year, and then the longest that you've made a guy wait is 1 year.
Mhm.
The guy you lost your virginity to, you made him wait 1 year.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. And then what about you?
Yeah, I'm not letting a guy wait that long. Probably
yeah,
like,
we know.
All right. So how much? The first question, if I'm not mistaken, is how long should a guy wait?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He really shouldn't wait, to be honest with
Okay,
you.
okay.
Like, let a
Shouldn't wait.
nigga get his nut in, you know what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
So
Shit.
you're saying they shouldn't wait, and then what? And then what's the longest you made a guy wait?
2 hours.
Okay, first off, more like Stevie Harvey 90 days, you know what I'm
90
saying?
days.
More like a month, maybe.
Not the cap.
So
I'm
is
not capping,
Is it
maybe
90
like a
days or
month.
30 days?
So my fiance had to wait like a month and 2 weeks. So there you go.
That's a good time.
Were you counting?
6 weeks.
Like, what made you make him wait that long? Were you just counting the days down, or what was it?
Honestly, it wasn't even about the sexual thing when we were hanging out. It was more just like, being in the moment and living our best life. And we talked about a lot of things and we were just mutually attracted from the conversation. And then after that, I was like, man, fuck that. Like, what you trying to do? Like, what you trying to do?
Okay. So you made your fiance wait 6 weeks, but what I'm asking is, what's the longest you made a guy wait? In general. If it's 6 weeks, then it's 6 weeks. But I'm saying like
Like you want my high school? How long I made them wait?
that's fine. You can
Shit. Let me be nice.
just be honest.
I'll just say a month. Yeah, usually it's like a month before I even like, because they gotta push up on me a
Okay,
little
so
bit.
therefore the
somewhat.
longest you made them wait was actually a month and a half.
It's a month, man. I'm trying to.
You just said your
fuck.
fiance was 6 weeks.
That's my fiance.
Oh, this is a different nigga?
Yeah. it's the main nigga, the nigga that won. Shit. The nigga that won the fucking prize. Shit.
What though? What do you win?
He won me.
Oh,
That's L prize.
What'd you say? Who said that? Which one of y'all said that?
Oh, Chris.
The first question was, should a guy wait?
No,
You
he
responded
shouldn't
no.
wait.
Then we asked, what's the longest you've made a guy wait? And then you said, well, my fiance, I made him wait 6 weeks. Cool. Have you made anyone else wait longer than that? Yes. I
A
made
month.
someone wait a month.
A month.
Do you not understand that 6 weeks is longer than a month?
I mean, he's my fiance now, so of course he had to wait a little longer.
I don't
No,
think you
so
understood the
therefore-
question.
Therefore,
I
the
think you understand
fiance,
what
you
he's
made him wait the
help
longest.
me understand.
You're not understanding. He asking how long should you wait?
How
The
long
guy-
should he
the
wait?
guy.
I mean, he really
No,
shouldn't
the question was,
wait.
how long was the longest you made a guy wait?
The longest I made a guy
It's your
wait was
fiance.
6 fucking weeks.
That's the question. So it was not the guy in high school that was a month. It was this individual, your fiance, we made for 6 weeks.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, I asked you
It's in
if you needed to
general.
know that. Oh, in general, then
Yeah.
6 weeks then. In general, 6 weeks.
Okay.
That's what I said the first
Okay.
time.
So let's ring this thing.
Didn't I say that?
Well, the thing is that because I didn't realize you were doing a 3-line. Okay.
Wasn't there a third part of the question?
No.
Okay.
No.
It was a 2-part, right? It was how long should a guy wait? What's the longest you made a guy wait?
6
Yeah.
weeks.
And then wait, it was why, right?
Why? Yeah.
Okay. Why?
So
Why'd you
why?
make your? Okay, we know the why. It was because it was going to be your fiance.
Pretty much.
All right. We didn't ask her that though. We only asked her.
Who?
All right. Let me go back through this. You said your guy, you made him wait forever, but then the reality is it's 2 years, right?
Mhm.
And you said you made him wait because he was a nice guy. And then how long should a guy wait? We didn't ask her the first part. How long should a guy wait?
We did.
Until he
No, we
makes the
didn't.
move, like I think a guy should probably make the move
We asked
like
everybody.
very soon, like right off the bat. But then I think that opens up like a bigger conversation.
Yeah, he
No,
should
but how
already-
long should he wait is the question.
To make a move,
No,
I think
how long should he wait for sex?
for sex,
Yeah. 1 day, 2 day, never?
Again, I think it depends on how much you like the girl. Like, if you love this girl, you want to be with her that bad, you'll wait as long as she tells you. Right?
Honestly.
So you're saying wait as long as the girl wants?
Yeah.
Man, fuck that.
Okay.
You know,
but I do think that men should make the move first. I think that opens up the conversation to like, how long do you want to wait? How long are we both willing to wait?
But isn't it?
Okay. How should he make this move that you're describing?
The vibe. I'm just kidding. No. Maybe just like a little leg touch, a little back of the
Pull my
neck.
hair.
Something a little,
Kiss my neck.
something subtle but
Kiss my hair.
sexy,
Pull my hair.
direct, but
Pull my
not
hand.
pushy.
Oh my god.
You know?
So touch her.
Something.
Subtle, sexy,
Romantically
not
touch
pushy.
me.
Yeah.
Romantically
I like a little
touch me.
brush my hand or like put your hand on my waist when I go through the doorway, like type shit. You know.
Always standing
But
on line, hold my waist.
your answer is as long as the girl wants.
Yeah.
If the guy should wait.
Yes.
Even if he has to wait forever.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let's say your brother was talking to a girl and she was doing what you're doing. Would you be okay with that? Making a guy wait forever?
If he's okay with that, it's up to him.
No. As your brother, if a woman was employing the same tactic you're employing right now on a guy, making him wait forever, would you tell him, stop?
That's not the tactic I'm employing. You said, that's not the tactic I'm employing. You said, how long should he wait? I said, as long as the girl says. You took it to forever.
Did you or did you not say earlier that you have a guy waiting forever?
Yeah, but I didn't say he should be.
No. That's my question. If your brother was in the same predicament, what would you tell him?
I'd say if you want to fuck, if that's important to you, dip. If it's not, stay.
So you would advise him to not be on the girl's timeline?
I would tell my brother
I
to
don't
fucking
suggest
move
that
on.
anybody be on anybody else's
Do you not
timeline.
realize you just contradicted yourself?
If it's my brother,
I'm saying that you be on your own timeline for when you're ready to initiate something, but you have to have that mutual respect. You have to have consent. So
Of course.
Yeah.
But you contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't. Tell me how.
It's gonna be a long show.
So if you ask me,
I asked you, how long should a guy wait?
Mm-hmm.
And then you said, as long as the girl wants him to wait.
Correct.
And then I said, okay, as long as the girl wants him to wait. You have a guy currently in forever. And then I asked you if your brother was in the same situation in this forever stage, what would you tell him? And you're telling him, don't be on her timeline, which contradicts what you just said.
Well, I mean, what else is he gonna do? What would the alternative be?
fuck another bitch.
Literally.
What you're waiting
Someone else.
for.
Find the
But that
next.
contradicts what
So
you're
again, I'm saying
going for.
the consent, again, the consent is mutual. So
My name is Book.
you want to wait. You wait as long as the girl wants to wait. If you want to be with her,
It's a type of girl though too, because you can't just wait. If a guy waits, he should be waiting for like the creme de la creme, right? One body, like this a top tier. But if he's waiting for a girl that's got like, look, I'm 32. If a man is gonna be waiting for me for weeks, like you're dumb.
listen. My brother said I'm tired of waiting. I'd tell him pack your bags and leave. Like,
Do you not
get
see
on.
the disconnect here?
So
From
he's asking
what you
what should.
advised, what you think, and then when I put your brother in the same situation, you gave different advice?
What advice would you give your brother in that specific situation? If he was
Again,
talking to you, would
it
you
would
tell
be.
him?
You can't
it would
make
be.
this up, bro.
It would be to do your own
Holy.
thing. I say
Wow.
everybody be on your own timeline. Don't ever be on anybody else's timeline. So if for the man, for my brother, if your timeline is within the year, within 3 months, and that's not happening, you go. But for the woman, if it's forever, then you wait for that man who's willing to wait forever.
I mean, I get you. I understand. I'm very biased. You know, I hear everybody's point. But for me, to advise my brother, if that bitch is throwing it out and she ain't trying to really throw it and give it to you,
Because you know how
move
women
the
are.
fuck on.
Because we know how
That
women
bitch
are.
playing
You
with
know
you.
how many women
Bust
are
your
like,
nut
girl.
or move on.
Move on,
You know
girl.
how
If she's not trying to
I
bust,
mean, I can
if she's
speak
not
for
trying to
myself
get your nut on,
personally, right?
move the fuck on.
I can speak for myself personally. If
Right.
I'm gonna make you wait forever,
Right.
it's probably obviously it's not gonna happen. If I make you wait for a long ass time, probably not gonna happen.
It's not gonna be
But for my
that's
brother with
waiting.
some
He
random
need to
ass
bust
girl
a
who I
nut.
don't know,
Shit.
do what you gotta do.
Right.
It's interesting how when you ask women how long should they wait, they give you advice that puts them in the driver's seat. But then if you take a loved one and put them in a position where the woman has the driver's seat, they immediately say, no, get that bitch out the driver's seat, leave.
Smart.
Right.
So do you not see the glaring contradiction?
Well, nobody's forcing you to stay.
Yeah, it's just her personal preference.
But the female who's trying to get your brother though, you know what I'm saying? But the female who's trying to pursue and to seduce your brother there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, if my brother reaches out to me and asks me, oh, XYZ, man, she's leading you on. If she not throwing the pussy out, move the fuck on. Because
you know, because
we are females. We are females. We need sex. We need sex. You know, when we get sexually frustrated, pimples are coming on our face. We need to get it on. So does man. So does my motherfucking brother.
Would it be fair to say that only women have the privilege of not making sense?
I mean, I guess, but
no.
Would you guys agree with that? I mean,
say again.
At this moment,
we get to not make
only
sense.
women have the privilege of not making sense in
I mean,
open
that makes
forums.
sense.
We
So whatever
get to not make sense.
At this moment, yeah. At this moment, yeah.
Whatever helps you sleep better at night.
I would say in general, like women really have an amazing privilege to be able to literally make 0 sense, contradict themselves in open forums,
Bro,
and
you
no one says anything.
deciphered my entire like jargon.
You know, because women is different, have a lot of emotion inside. You know, it's crazy what they have inside. You know,
Oh my
we don't
God,
make sense
it's
of
exhausting.
things.
Fuck that. Next bitch.
So
My brother, next bitch.
I understand that women are more emotional, but that's not an excuse to not make sense.
When you
It's
have
not
the
an
same emotion
excuse.
that women have, you understand that. You know, it's a lot of hormone inside of you for changing your mind, what you think it's sometimes.
Oh my God, it's exhausting being a woman.
But men and boys have that too. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
I know,
why
I
that's
got
why
it.
he put the
Yes.
example.
Let me
out.
ask you a question.
That's why he put the
Do men
example
and
out for the
women have the
family
same
member.
rights, privileges, and accesses when it comes to equality under the law and access to certain things like education, labor
Absolutely
force?
not.
No.
No, the court systems are all messed up.
No. I'm saying, do women, right, enjoy all the same rights and privileges that men do
Enjoy
in the
it?
West?
Oh, the rights
Yes.
and privileges? Yes.
Yes.
Voting, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Actually, more.
How do you not?
I don't, because I mean, even though we have certain rights, I feel like at the end of the day, if I vote or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, that shit is just being tossed to the fucking side. You know what I'm saying? Men run this world, period. Like
Yo, what?
as much as we want to sit here and believe that we run shit, men
So what
really
is
do run
your
shit.
argument that your vote doesn't count?
My vote will never count, to be honest with you.
You know that
as much as I want to sit here and be for women and women rights, I'm for it. But I know for a fact, in reality, my vote does not give up my voice.
I would actually argue that women have more rights and privileges than men do in
How so?
2023.
What about the wage
okay,
gap?
Well, how about this?
2023, but how so?
Name one wage gap. Okay, we'll address that in a second too.
That's gonna be sad.
I would argue. Can you name one right or privilege that a man has that a woman doesn't?
That a man has that a woman
Yes,
doesn't?
name one right or privilege outside of maybe being able to have sex with girls and not
He
be
has
judged
no
for it.
period.
Name one. That's one privilege or right that men have that women don't.
Let me think about that, to be honest with you.
All right, I'll come back to you.
Okay,
And then you said
thank you.
something about what? I'm sorry.
The wage gap.
The wage gap is a myth.
It's not real. It's not just because of what he's gonna say, but it's also women if I studied it, women don't ask for enough. And so that wage gap, when they actually do the study and the statistics, doesn't account for how women don't speak up and ask for it. A man will say, yo, I'm big D mofo, you need to pay me or I'm out. And they'll willingly leave to another place and they'll get a higher bump. So when you look at the wage gap, it doesn't account for any of those discrepancies at all.
That's
would
just
say
one.
that
That's
that
one.
plays-
That's just one
Yeah.
small one.
Yeah.
What you're gonna say? Something? Go ahead.
I would say that addresses like the privileges aspect of it, because I think men in this culture are much more often raised to be, you know, confident, aggressive, go after what they like.
What? Yo, let me tell you this real quick. Because this is a little thing for me.
Come on.
Hey,
Bring it
mama.
on.
So women, we are told our entire lives when we're born and watching the movies and societal standards, you can be anything, you can do anything, everyone will always be there. The world owes you. The world is your oyster, blah, blah, blah. Prince Charming, all the movies, right? Me neither. But regardless of the fact, society standards, it is there. So even if we weren't raised that way, and you were a little tough, you go out into the world, there will be someone to take care of you, right?
My experience was like that as a woman.
Wait, déjame terminar. For men, the world owes you nothing. You better work for everything you have. You better not ask anybody for anything. No one will ever be there for you. So when it comes to that's the only reason I'm here. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't want to demonize women. I want to get women to understand what is actually happening. And the reality of what's happening is, while we're told you can look at the way we're dressed, like look at the little cute little things. I just had to say, hey, yo, Aaron, can I come onto the podcast? And I'm on here in front of millions of people, while there's a bunch of podcasters that wish that they could come here and have this clout and can't. That in itself, there's so much. I came to Miami and I have so much opportunity, 10 times more than men. When my career, I thought being a woman was the problem because patriarchy, because crazy. And then I realized, like, oh, I have the golden ticket. Now I got a company in England and I have a company in LA, all men working for it. All I got to do is create content all day and they do the actual work.
You make a good point about
I make a
women.
lot of points.
Yeah,
and then you think about how many of them try to unalive themselves. And that's the real issue of where this whole thing started from. There are so many places for men to go to because there are so many men that are dealing with mental health issues and dealing with court systems and women taking their children and taking their money and taking everything. And there isn't anything for men. But for women, you take my kid, court system. You don't pay child support, court system. I want to off myself, 100 different places to go to. You see what I'm... It's
all right,
not
let's let her get a chance to respond. Go ahead.
I'm not discounting your points. I think you make a lot of really good points. I think that, yeah, you're right. Like, we could text somebody and be on the show. Like, yes, do women win custody more often than not? 100%. I think where you fall short of that argument, though, is that we're all here because somebody considers us attractive. So that was what I grew up with in the culture, is that as a woman, your value is equated to what you look like, and you're supposed to sit around and wait for a man who made the money to come and save you.
Perfect. Absolutely.
And so I think you're right too. It's like
you
said, men are taught not to ask for anything. That's true too. I think that's why they're taught to say what they want,
You
not
don't think
just
that's
ask.
hard? You don't think that's hard?
I
You don't
think
think
it is
that
hard, but
it's
I
hard to
think
be
that
in
it's
society?
harder. It's harder to
As
be
a woman-
raised not in that culture. It's hard to be raised to wait and then be taught to go after what you want, as opposed to being raised to go after what you want. And then you get into the real world and you're...
What do women say when we say, like for me, right? As a woman, I say to a man that I'm dating, I don't want to do it alone. I don't. I want to do it with someone. And so if they misconstrued that for like, leave me alone, go ahead and leave me alone. But as a woman that has dealt with manipulative other women, that has also had to live more like a man, this life of mine, it was not given to me. I came from the bottom.
100%,
My mom always
agreed.
tells me the women from my body did not make it out. Right?
No, same. But I think
the
it's
discussion. Hold on, to keep things. And
but it's
I'm going to come
hard.
back to you about how women are oppressed, like what you were saying with the voting. The discussion was on the wage gap. So you're saying that there's a wage gap because they're gender?
Yeah, I would say that there's a wage gap, not only a wage gap, but I would say like a wealth gap. And I'd say that kind of goes back to like up until the 90s, women couldn't have a credit card.
You know, that was
like up until 97, a man
97. A woman couldn't have a credit card.
No, you didn't let me finish that last point. Up until 97, a man could SA his wife, and it was not illegal under the law. If you were married, you could not charge a man with SA up until the year of 97. So I think there's a lot of ways that women have been institutionally oppressed. And number one, like just simply not being able to have a credit card, not being able to have your own bank account, like that kind of shit was going up until the 90s. And so a lot, like, I think marginalized cultures like are the same in a lot of ways, that it's like you've had your shit cut off for a long time. And so now you say, oh, now we're all equal, so we all have the same start. Well, it's like we started way the fuck back there.
Okay. So you're saying that the reason why women earn less and there's a wage gap is because of SA being allowed until 1997 within the confinements of marriage, and because women didn't have access to credit cards?
Yeah, I would say institutionalized financial oppression. That is the definition of financial institutional oppression.
Being a housewife used to be a status symbol. That's how we got into this mess. I've been through the history. So where women got confused is we started being told, oh, you don't have rights like a man. You can't vote like a man. You can't work like a man. You can't be in charge of your own finances. When that actually used to be a status symbol, because the poverty line was so great. To be a housewife actually was a status. To not have your own credit card, not have your own money, not have to worry about anything was a status symbol. And through history, we can see that because of the women's suffrage movement, which was valid. I'm not going to be like, but it was valid. But we got tricked right now because we're looking at it as like this demonic thing. Like, how dare I not have these rights and possibilities when really it was a status symbol and it just changed.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, that doesn't really. So
Yeah.
you didn't. Well, you still have to explain. Remember,
Yeah,
you have to.
I mean, I know, but I'm,
Do you remember what the
listening
question
to
was
it.
for
The
you?
question was something about voting or whatever.
No, the question was name one right or privilege that men have that women don't outside of being able to have sex with women without judgment. Incredible. Yeah.
Well,
when you're ready to answer that, let me know and then you can interject.
I'm so sorry.
Remember that started with
I've been into this. I'm so sorry.
So that's because you made that assertion. So I'm asking you, can you name one?
The vibe.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, there isn't really. I'll give you the answer.
I mean, you're right. There isn't, but I mean, it is what it is.
So then you're incorrect.
I guess my opinion is incorrect.
Yes.
But I stand on what the fuck I said.
So you stand on being wrong. Okay.
I stand on being wrong and right because honestly, at the end of the day, we need men. Shit, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all want to sit here and be females and act like we don't really need men, but we do.
No, oh my God, no.
All right, you're wrong. Okay, and then with you, okay, so you said that
I'm wrong
because you didn't really address what she said. You said that the suffrage movement. I get it, but the reality, if I'm going to come to a bottom line here, the reason why women.
I mean, run it back for me so I can remember.
No,
Just run it back.
No. It's fine.
We're gonna move on.
The reason why women earn less and there's a wage gap is because women deserve less, and the reason why they deserve less is that don't worry, I'm going to go through this systematically. Women earn less because women are inherently lazy when it comes to resource creation. Okay, going out, working more hours, working hard, laborious jobs, etc. This is why women, right, dominate college campuses, right, and then women
screaming.
Can you please stop interrupting or like interjecting randomly?
We don't need ad-libs.
Yeah, we don't need ad-libs. This isn't a Jim Jones song or a Young Jeezy song from 05. So yeah, just please be quiet. So anyway, what I was saying was women, right, earn less a lot of the times because they take more vacation time. Okay. They work less hours. They work jobs that are less dangerous. They are more prone to take paternity leave, etc. In general, women earn less because they deserve less most of the time. They also don't go into job fields that make more money. The top 10 jobs that pay the least, women go into those career fields. And the top 10 job fields that make the most, men go into those career fields. And 10 jobs that tend to make the most tend to be harder, more laborious, more hours needed, etc. Men are more willing to sacrifice to earn money because men understand that their value is derived from their title and how much they earn. Women, on the other hand, let's be honest, no one really gives a fuck about your title or how much money you earn or your status. Like, okay, it's cool.
I do.
That's cool. That's fantastic. But can you find a man regardless of your status?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Can a man find a woman regardless of his status?
100%.
No.
I've
status,
known a lot of bum ass dudes who find a woman.
No. That's fine. But to be able to attract the baddest chicks,
That's
you
not
have to
what
be
we're
a
talking
somebody.
about. You said end up with somebody. Find a woman or find a man, right?
What I'm trying to say is that a woman's status does not affect her ability to mate, but a man's status absolutely does affect his ability to mate because women date across and above hierarchies. Men don't. Men will date down all the times. There's a reason why a man that's a king will marry a peasant and turn her into a queen, but a queen will never look a peasant's way. We are not the same. So with that said, I say all this to build to set it up.
Yeah.
The reason why women earn less is because they deserve less because women don't have the same proclivity to go out and earn resources because it doesn't affect their attraction. It doesn't affect their sexual market value. Most women would prefer to have a strong man, take care of them, be the breadwinner, stay at home and work a job kind of on their terms, not be a breadwinner. That's what most women want. So since most women understand that, I want a breadwinner, guys go out there and work. However, how many dumb, retarded bitches are able to get an attractive man? A bunch, right? Because men value beauty. They don't value success. Women, however, value success. So that is why men are way more driven than women to go out there and create resources. If you look at millionaires, you look at billionaires, etc., dominated by men. The highest earning individuals, dominated by men. The women that are billionaires get it through inheritance. So the reason why women earn less is because women deserve less. And it's even more pronounced because women dominate college attendance. There's more women in college, but why do men still earn them? Because to be honest, bottom line, women are lazy when it comes to resource creation.
I have a few points to touch on. Number one, women outpacing men in college attendance is a recent phenomena. So you would assume that then the earning potential of women to increase would then be offset by a few years, right? So women have been outpacing men in college attendance for the past 10, 15 years. So these women who are fresh out of college, they are just starting to begin a career. So we have yet to see their full earning potential. Number two, you're talking.
Well, there's a reason for that. Women major in stupid majors that don't make money. If I'm going to be blunt about that, women tend to major in career fields and majors that don't have a high income capacity a lot of the time.
I'm not going to disagree with you there, but I'm going to again say that culturally, as I said before, women are taught to wait for a man to come around.
Are women human beings, sentient, able to make their own decisions?
1,000%.
Okay, so whose fault is it if they go into a career field that makes less money and major in something stupid that isn't going to make the money?
Nobody's fault at all. And I also want to say that
it's a woman's fault.
It's somebody's
fault. It's a woman's fault.
All right, sure.
Because here's the problem.
It's every individual's fault what they want to go into.
Bring this in because this is the problem. Women want to be able to be equal to men, have all the same authority as men, while simultaneously not having responsibility. If you go into a stupid career field, you deserve to make stupid money. But women want to be able to go into stupid career fields, say I'm strong and independent, and make the same as a man that goes into STEM, that goes into Alaska wild fishing, that goes into offshore drilling, that goes into police, go into military, etc. And they want to earn the same. No, I'm a proponent of you deserve as much as you work for. But most women don't want to work hard jobs. Let's be honest.
So can I ask you a question? Do you think that do you think a man working a laborious job, something very dangerous, deserves to make more money than a man who is a CEO who's racking in millions of dollars of profit annually for a company?
Well, here's the thing. The man had to rise through the ranks and build himself up to get to that position.
Not necessarily. Nepotism plays a huge role.
Nepotism?
Yes.
Okay.
And also politics. You're going to put the CEO, you're going to make sure that somebody who your shareholders like, who agrees with the people who are paying the bills.
That's a skill set, though.
Yeah.
Being liked and being socially calibrated and reading the room and being able to get investors to take you seriously and getting people to respect and follow you is a skill set.
I also want to say that statistically speaking, women out-earn men in CEO positions. They have
So where's your wage gap?
No, I'm saying they have of making the company more money. Women who are CEOs have a tendency to make the company more money than men who are CEOs.
I don't. I would like your stat on that because
Forbes. Look it up.
Women tend to run businesses into the ground because they operate on a communitarian basis, not a meritocracy.
Are we able to actually do a fact check? Because this is a statistic I know very well.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and
So
actually
you're telling
40%
me-
of women actually make up the workforce, and it's. But I will say this:
What companies are you speaking about specifically that are profiting more than? No.
I can't name these companies specifically. I'm just saying that I'm
much it's
quoting a fact from
cosmetic and the beauty area.
No, as CEOs, women tend to out-earn men as CEOs,
But
for the company.
honestly, if you want to be realistic with it,
No,
what companies are females really running?
you
CEOs,
go.
females are what are they running? They're
There you
running
go.
beauty business. They're running fucking.
Not even that.
Exactly.
Thank you, go.
I'm done
'Cause it's-
talking.
it-
Exactly.
Well, and not only that, but I was gonna say women actually they did a study on women that were
What?
women that are CEOs. They actually did a projection to see how they would do in their long term the career, and they actually 9 times out of 10 end up retiring and being a housewife at the end after working.
So the way
Doesn't
that
doesn't everybody end up retiring at the end?
No, but what
like
she's saying is that women are more likely to leave the workforce to pursue family and children over pursuing a career. Men
Because
are
they
more
can.
likely because, again, like I said before, men have a natural proclivity to create resources, whereas women don't. Right? I've always said typically women work these higher end jobs as a means to an end to find a man that makes more money than them, can take care of them.
But what
most women don't
higher
want to
end
be
job?
breadwinners in a situation where they're taking care of the family. They want to be with a man that earns a lot more money than they do so they can stay at home and work on their terms.
Well, I would also say that women are able to do something that men can't.
Such as?
Create a human life.
Okay, that doesn't refute my argument that women make less because they deserve it.
And actually, that would help the argument because once again, it's take leave.
That's
from
why
work.
they end up leaving.
No, but I'm saying that having and raising your children, I would not say is any less valuable work than you going out and creating the
No one
resources
said
to be
that.
able to
No one said
provide
that.
for
What
them.
I am saying is that
No, I'm
women
saying
earn less.
They earn less because they deserve less.
Yes.
Well, but they just made your children. They're taking care of your kids.
But I mean, they're
Okay,
not
stop,
really,
stop,
they're
stop,
not
hold on,
really
stop,
speaking
stop,
on.
stop.
They're not really
Stop.
speaking on
Yo,
making
stop
a
interrupting.
kid. Sorry.
You're making nonsensical comments that don't have anything to do with what we're talking about. And yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you just said, oh, well, having children is important. That's not the argument. I'm not saying that having children isn't important. It's extremely important. But the argument is simply that women earn less because they deserve less because they work less hard than men in general when it comes to the workforce. I'm not saying that having a child is a useless job. I think it's a thankless job. I think more women need to go back and have children. But let's not, be delusional here and not understand why women earn less. Women earn less, right? Because they deserve less, quite frankly. Well, that's what it comes down to.
I would say that there's a distinct difference between that statement, they earn less because they deserve less, which is where I would bring up, okay, well, we have your children, we raise them. That's something that you would pay. That's probably a priceless experience to you.
You're making an emotional argument. Let's talk facts here. I'm talking about if I'm a business owner
in the workforce.
If I'm a business owner, right? I would prefer to hire a man who I know I'm going to be able to get 40 years out of versus a woman who's going to potentially have a child and leave the workforce. Now I'm out paying her paternity leave, etc.
So I'm going to bring that back to what you said before. Privileges that men have that women don't. So you just said you would hire a man over a woman. Is that not a privilege that a man has over a woman? I was
using a hypothetical, and paternity leave is given to both genders. Nice try.
Paternity leave is not given to both genders.
Absolutely it is. It's given to men and women.
Not inequality.
What?
How many companies are providing paternity leave to fathers?
They do.
Screaming.
They have to because of the labor acts, the labor laws.
Is that true?
Yes.
Comparatively to women.
It's illegal. If you don't give they absolutely give paternity leave to both genders. Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. And what was the point regarding that? So if both men and women get the same amount of paternity leave, then why would you hire a man over a woman?
Men have less.
It's not
men
the same
have,
amount.
No, men
it's less
have
for
less.
men.
Yeah, men have a lot less time. They only have a
and
couple
they're less
of weeks
likely to
be
actually take it.
Yeah, because they won't give up that.
The point I'm trying to make here, I get what you're doing. You're trying to deflect it and make an emotional argument. Like, we're having your kids. Cool. That's fantastic. I'm not saying that's not important.
That's a very utilitarian argument, not an emotional one.
What I'm saying is that I'm sticking to the topic at hand. I'm simply saying that the wage gap exists not because of gender. It exists because of personal choice. And women tend to make really bad choices when it comes to making more money and being successful in general, because women prioritize family and children over career, which is completely fine. But we can't sit here and say, oh, women earn less because they're female. No, they earn less because of their personal choices.
Well, wouldn't you say that men make the personal choice to go out and try and earn more money for their family? For their family.
Yes, but
as a woman, for my family, then I would be able to feed your children, have your children.
That's fine, but then you no longer deserve to be paid as much as a man who's willing to make sacrifices you're not willing to make.
I am willing to make sacrifices. If I'm willing to sacrifice my career to have your children and raise them, that's a huge sacrifice.
Did you not just see what?
You're willing to make sacrifices.
Did you hear what you just said?
You're willing to make it as a man, make a sacrifice to not be around your children to provide for our family.
Oh my God! But understand, he's making that sacrifice to not take the maternity leave because his wife or his partner who's having the baby, who is making that choice to be at home to raise the kid and family, he cannot be at home to raise a kid and family. He got to go motherfucking work and pay the goddamn bills.
You guys are giving it from the wrong perspective. If I'm a cold-hearted business person, I'm not going to hire you. I would rather hire him. He's a workhorse.
Period.
You're not a workhorse.
Right.
You're going to have a baby. You're going to leave me. He'll stay with me for life. He'll work those 16
Again,
hour days.
I bring that back to privileges men have over women.
But
So
you
that's
also
not a
have
privilege.
privileges.
That's not a
Your
privilege.
privileges was to take the 9.
Because who's going to say that I have a kid? I don't have to have a kid.
I have a kid.
It's a privilege that you assume.
Okay. While you're having the kid and taking the maternity leave, your man is going to work to pay the fucking bills so you could be at home
and he doesn't have that choice
your
like a woman
motherfucking
does.
newborn. Do you understand what he's saying?
So let's operate on logic here, right?
Yep.
If I'm a business owner,
I got it fresh.
Like I said, just take your heart out of it.
It's very simple. No one puts a gun to your head and tells you to have a child. If you choose to have a child, that's fine. But with that is going to come potential consequences.
And nobody puts a gun to your head and tells you to provide for your family either.
No, but that's the right thing to do as a human. As common sense human, like what?
That's right. Look, man, don't take care of
I'm really. You have a college degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you not see the flaw in your logic right now?
No, I wish. Tell me. Explain it to me.
If a man is willing to work more hours to provide for his family, he deserves to be paid more than the woman that's going to sacrifice working to have a child and stay at home.
You are speaking about a specific situation, right? A woman who stays home to have children, and a man
in general.
It's in general.
But that's specific.
Hold on. Does the rest of you guys understand where I'm going with this? Am I the only one that doesn't understand this?
Yeah.
You guys understand that if a man is more willing to work more hours to provide for a family, that by default means he's willing to work harder than a woman, so he deserves to be paid more.
This is the problem. No, this is the problem. When you have all the women understanding, and two women trying to explain it to you, and you still can't fathom it. That's
I do fathom it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm saying that he's talking about a specific situation.
This is reality. I feel like you should stay in reality. I feel like you should stay
just shut
here
up, bro.
in
Just shut
human.
up. Just
You
shut
know
up.
what I'm saying?
Just shut up, please. If you're not gonna make actually thought-provoking comment or whatever, just don't speak. Okay, you're dumbing down the quality of the conversation for no reason. You're trying to demean her. Stop that shit. Stop that fucking shit.
Okay, sorry, damn. Shit.
So
I'm not gonna choke because you've been doing that the whole time. Stop.
I'm
Stop.
biased.
If you're gonna make a comment, make it intelligent. No, it's fine. Keep the mic next to you, but just be quiet and don't speak unless you're gonna say something that's actually thought provoking or whatever. Don't hurt the quality of the show with ad libs and stupid shit and try to make her look dumb.
I'm not trying to.
You are trying to.
I'm okay.
Show respect for other people on the panel. Anyway, like I was saying before,
We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
We
know where I'm at.
if a man's willing to work more hours and make sacrifices, he deserves to be paid more than the woman that wants to have a family.
You're using a specific situation and applying that
I'm using
across
your
the
example.
board.
That's
right?
quite literally what you said.
I didn't say that men are willing to work more hours than women. I'm just saying that you said, do women deserve to make less because they do less work? My argument is that women are doing work by having and raising your children. So I don't think that they deserve to make less. I think that while a woman
They do because they're not putting that work into the company.
That is an assumption that you are applying to women across the board. I'm saying that the wage gap exists whether or not you decide to stay home and have children. I could be a lesbian. I could never have kids. And the wage gap still applies to me, even though I'm not a mother who wants to stay at home with my
it's not,
kids.
because if you actually equate hours worked, okay, if you equate hours worked, experience, degrees held, type of job, etc., when you equalize everything, the wage gap, guess what? It evaporates. It's gone.
So at first you were saying the wage gap exists because women deserve to make less, and now you're saying that it evaporates?
No. Okay. Wow. I'm saying the wage gap exists because of choice. Women make choices, correct?
Yeah.
Can we
everybody
agree?
does. Yeah.
Okay. Women make choices on what career field they want to go into, what education they want to pursue, etc. Correct? Okay. Those choices directly influence how much money you make.
1,000%. Absolutely agree.
Okay.
The wage gap that I am referring to is two people who have the same job, the same position, the same amount of degrees, the same experience. One is a man, one is the woman. The woman is paid less.
That's not true. That is a fallacy, 1,000%. Because when you actually compare apples to apples, same degree, same education, same everything, it's equal. As a matter of fact, women earn a little bit more when they did this study at Google.
Yeah.
When you actually equal everything. And then on top of that, you want to add in affirmative action, discriminatory hiring, where they prefer women over men. There's female-only job listings out there for certain career fields that are male-dominated. You will never see that the other way around. I would argue women have way more opportunity and still make less because of personal choice. But when you actually equalize everything, the wage gap is gone. The reason why the wage gap exists is because they compare all working men to all working women. Well, guess what? All working men versus all working women is very vast because you have different degrees, different jobs, different hours work, different levels of laborious work, all this stuff. But when you actually equalize a man and a woman working the same job field, same experience, same degree, same everything, wage gap is evaporated. It's gone.
And also, it's illegal to pay somebody less off of gender alone. So that would be illegal.
But this is the thing. No one wants to admit this, but I will say it. Women earn less most of the time because they deserve less. Women are lazy when it comes to resource creation in general. Are there go-getter women out there that will go out there and make a bunch of money? Absolutely. But that is a minority of women in general. Most women are not entrepreneurial minded like that. Most women aren't go-getters like that. Most women aren't risk takers. Most women are risk averse. Most women prefer safety and security through a man if they can get it. And if given the opportunity, they will take that every single time over working their own job and creating their own security. That's just how it is.
I would qualify having and raising children as resource creation.
Wait, for a company? How?
No, not for a company. That is just in general resource creation.
But that's the argument here. Wage gap with a company. How does you having a kid help me as a business owner?
I'm sorry.
Please tell me.
I agree.
And secondly, logically speaking, if I'm a business owner, I can hire you and pay you way less than paying him. I'm gonna hire all women. What's the point of hiring men for?
Well, I mean, you got a point there. I'm gonna be real with you. You got a point there.
Why would I hire
And I do think that you have a point too. I think that like across the board, like you see much more, like many more males going into fields like executives, doctors, and so on and so forth. But I think that also has to do with culturally how women are raised. I think that we need to be raising more women, more young girls to be interested in becoming doctors,
They're
becoming
not, though.
corporate.
No,
They're not because women in general are lazy when it comes to resource creation. I can't tell you how many times we had girls on this show. I was in law school. I was in med school. I left though because I didn't want to do that shit. Like women are way more willing to give up on a career field if it doesn't align with their dream, right? I can't tell you how many female artists I've spoken to that pursue music or art or some other fashion, whatever. Women are more willing to give up a career field to do what they want. And the reason for that is because no one gives a fuck how much money a woman makes. A woman could be a poor artist and still find a rich man. Men can't do that though. I want to be an artist. I want to be a rapper. Nah, I better go get this engineering degree because
gotta pay bills.
The bitches aren't gonna fuck with me if I'm a bum.
Yeah.
Men are way more likely to make career field sacrifices in the pursuit of getting resources to get mating options than women are, because women can still get mating options while being a bum, but a man can't. That directly influences our decisions. You disagree with what?
I disagree that men can't get women if they're bums. The woman of your dreams, maybe not, probably not. But
well, they can
a
smash.
bum,
Being a bum.
no, you can definitely. They're called hobosexuals.
Okay.
A man who lives with a woman just because she got a house.
Yeah,
okay.
but you also
who has
have to
more
have the
options?
looks
A
and
man
all
that's
that
a hobosexual, as you claim, or a man who has money?
Obviously, a man who has money.
Okay. So wouldn't it be better to have money so that you have options versus tolerating rude, disrespectful women that treat you like a hobo?
Sure. But you're just saying ability to get a woman, ability to get a man, right?
As in get
a bum man can still get any, like
could
can get not
smash,
any woman, but he can
who
definitely
has more
get a
options?
woman.
Who has more options? A
That was
woman
the
making
original
$20,000 per year,
question.
or a man making $20,000 per year?
Yeah, you're absolutely
Man.
right. A woman making 20K has more options.
So her social status has zero influence on her ability to make, correct?
I would say it does not have zero influence on it. I would say as a woman who makes a competitive salary, you have a higher social status, correct?
Do men care about social status?
I think so, yeah.
The answer is no.
You don't care about social status?
No.
So
Not
you
at
don't
all.
care at all. You would
You guys
would
don't, but
settle
the
for a
guys-
woman
McDonald's.
who is basically leeching off of you and taking your resources, as opposed to going
If she's
after
a
a
good
woman who could
woman.
actually contribute to your net worth.
See, this is where women are completely clueless when it comes to what men
Can I
want.
say something?
No.
Wait.
Sure, for a little bit.
The more money a man has, the more status a man has, the less he cares about a woman's status. Ta-da.
I would say the same thing for women. The more status and money a woman has, the less I care about the status and money
That's
of
a
a
lie.
man.
That's a lie. On average, that's a lie. I have a bunch of girlfriends. They make a bunch of money. They will not go out with a man that's less than them. Absolutely not.
Question, real quick, ladies
I'm talking
in
about
here
cougars.
that make
No, I'm not
money.
talking about
Who wants to pay
cougars.
for their man forever?
I won't pay for a
Say it
man.
again,
forever. Hell
say it
no.
again.
So let's say you make money, right? More than your guy. You want to pay all his bills?
Hell no.
No.
Fuck.
You?
No.
You?
No.
So you're gonna pay all your guys' bills?
No, I will not.
There it
But I
is.
also am never going to ask a man to pay all my bills either. So that's just my own standard, personally.
But we're just saying, naturally speaking, if that's the whole setup right there, where you're making more money than your man, you're not gonna want to take care of him. So your money doesn't really matter.
No, but honestly, if I
If
see
the guy makes
if
money.
I see in a man like a partnership, a real partnership, and he is providing for me in ways that are not financial, then I will pick up the tip. I'll pick up the bill.
So you said
and
you
the
dated
tab.
bumps before, right?
Oh yes.
Where are they now?
Still bumming
Bumming.
Okay, so
with some other bitch who taking care of them now, not me.
but why not you? You said you don't mind taking care of your man.
I did not see the potential for a beneficial partnership to me at the end of the day.
The argument was simply a woman's social status
Mhm.
doesn't inhibit her ability to mate. A man's social status does. Do you not understand this concept? A man, if you take all things equal,
Ability to mate, period. Not just
Yes.
with the person of your choice. Ability to mate.
that's the
across
ability
board.
to mate.
No. Is of the person of your choice or just the ability to mate? Because there's a lot of female sex
Prostitutes don't
workers.
count. I'm talking about actually being able to build attraction and genuine desire with a woman. A man's social status absolutely plays a role in that. A woman's does not. Like, I don't, like, do you not understand? Like,
No, I do.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
so then what do you,
What are you arguing then?
Yeah.
My argument was simply that as a woman, I know a lot of women who take care of men. And I also think that men can have sex regardless of their social status, just like women.
They can have sex,
but their options are significantly limited. compared to if they had more status and money.
Again, so let's draw a comparison. It's not equal comparison, but for a woman who's attractive versus a woman who's not. So a woman who is physically attractive can sleep with whoever she wants to, right?
Yes.
Versus a man who is not at all. He's not physically attractive. He can't sleep
Are
with
you
whoever he
aware of
wants
the
to.
fact that an average looking woman has more dating pull than a celebrity male?
According to what? Based on what?
Dating apps, statistics, Instagram response rates, etc. An average woman has more pull, more options than a celebrity male.
That's news to me.
That's why. She don't know.
Yeah, you're very, and here's the thing, like, this is what I mean when I say like women can kind of go through life and not understand the male perspective on anything because men come up to you, so you don't have to go fuck about the male perspective. But men, on the other hand, have to understand women, right? Like you can run around and say arbitrary, random things like the vibe. I have to know what the fuck the vibe is to get laid. See, it's funny because you'll say the vibe. I have to know exactly what the vibe means. You might not even know what it means, but I have to know what it means to get laid. Men must understand women to fuck. Women don't have to understand men to get them.
I would say that women have to understand the male gaze in order to be attractive to men.
Excuse me?
The male
Women
gaze?
have to, yes, the male gaze. Women have to understand what a
Please
man finds
define-
attractive in order to.
Women have to
be
understand
that.
men to get married and to keep a man, but they don't have to understand men at all to attract them.
Agreed.
That's my point. So for a man to have the most options, he must acquire status and resources. For a woman to get the best guy, she doesn't have to acquire status and resources. The point is, success for a man is mandatory. Success for a woman is elective.
That's a choice.
It's all choice.
It will not, you being successful will not impact your ability to secure a mate. Me being successful will directly impact my ability to secure a mate that I want.
Yes.
You
well,
will still have choice. You will still have choice
Of course.
as a female.
Well, but personally, of my choice, a mate of my choice, right? My social status will affect my ability
No,
to
it
have
won't.
a
You
man
could be a
of my
waitress
choice.
at Kiki on the River and meet a multimillionaire that will take you to Poppy Steak that
If you're
night.
the kind of guy who doesn't give a fuck what
I'm
I'm
a
doing
waiter-
with my life, you are not the man for me.
Most
if
men
you are
don't
a type
give
of
a
man,
shit.
well, but if you are that man, you really don't give a fuck what I'm doing with my free time, you are not my man. Because my man is going to be invested in my dreams and my ambitions just like I am his.
Okay, let me ask you this. Your dreams and your ambitions. Let's say those dreams and ambitions don't make money. Do you think he's going to break up with you? The answer is no. But let's say my dreams and ambitions don't make money. You're definitely breaking up with me.
I know a lot of women who date men who got no dreams, no ambitions, or whose dreams and ambitions are leading them nowhere.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
There's always a time clock on it is the
Yeah.
point.
Even you yourself.
When women pay the bills, there's a fucking shot clock. When men are paying the bills, they're willing to go the whole game.
And again, how long are these relationships lasting? Like a woman, you can secure any man you want for how long? How many times are men leaving women for a younger, hotter version
Rarely.
of them?
Rarely. Men-
Really?
women initiate-
That's not a story you've heard over and over again.
Well, here's the
A
thing.
man leaving a woman because she got too old, she had too many kids.
Women initiate 80% of the breakups.
Men actually initiate in their later years as
Right,
well.
'cause
Actually,
honestly,
the same
it-
statistic shows that the women initiate in their 30s, my age, and men initiate actually in their 40s. But it's the same stats. The men are actually still divorcing women at later on in life around 40, and women are divorcing men around 30. And then if you go
Women
into
initiate 80% of the divorces.
yeah,
though.
in 30s.
That's a fact.
In
Like
the- reading the
that's
statistics
all
that you're
around,
talking about in the
all around.
in the statistics in the report
what
that
are
you're
the
talking about
statistics
that
about
I've read,
infidelity?
which is the actual statistic. Women
How
do
many
it-
men
women divorce rate 80%.
participate in infidelity?
Women divorce
Look,
rate
we're not
80%.
talking about the why. We're talking about the what. Women.
Yeah, but if you're my
overwhelmingly-
partner and you're actually cheating on me and you don't give a fuck about me, are you really my partner?
See, you're moving the goalpost.
Let me ask you this, though.
No,
Yeah,
stop. You're moving the goalpost. First, it was men initiate the breakups because women are because they're cheating.
No.
Well, not really. It's really the women that initiate the breakups, and then you're like, oh no, but it's because they're cheating. It doesn't matter. They initiate the breakups.
I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that fact. I've not seen that before, and so I can't really say the validity to it.
Okay,
but
you don't have to agree that the sky is blue, but the fact is that women initiate an overwhelming amount of the divorces, and women initiate most of the breakups in traditional casual relationships. I mean, how many times have you broken up with a guy versus you've been broken up with?
I always break up with a guy.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh my
How many of you? How many of you have been broke? Like, this is incredible. I mean, she
But
broke
that-
up with her guy.
Then
Most
again,
girls.
I've not been making the best choices. I'm
but
real
you're
with
going
you.
That's
through
fine.
I'm growing, I'm healing,
But
so I'm learning.
the point is that women overwhelmingly initiate breakups and divorces with men. It's not men that are leaving relationships. It's women that are leaving
Right,
relationships.
but why are women leaving the relationships?
That's
the one-
irrelevant. They
No,
just
it
leave.
isn't
No,
irrelevant.
that's not
No, it isn't
irrelevant.
irrelevant.
I mean, it
That's
is
the
re-
problem.
it is
Because
That's
men
my
are
point.
women.
Look. I don't care about the why because I'm simply just stating a fact that they do it.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it's not
but
irrelevant
taking into
because you
account
make a
it's
statement
important
sound like
to-
women are just leaving, and you
Women-
make women
and
sound
also taking into
demonizing,
account
and it's
ladies,
really
ladies,
important to
ladies,
bring up
ladies.
the men's
Regardless,
facts.
it's for the family. We don't care why they're leaving. It's for the
Agreed,
family.
but men
So-
also leave. 70% of men leave when they the divorce rate. 70% of men are the ones that are leaving in their 40s. The same thing. 80% of women are leaving in their 30s. That's the actual stat. The whole report shows the entire thing. So 70%, 80%.
But that's
It's
that's
still
not the
important
argument.
to the
Also,
why. It's still
infidelity does
important to
have
the
a part
why.
to play in it because
those
legally,
men,
if a man is, if anybody is cheating and you can prove that in court, then you can take them for more
women
money.
in
So
their
if a man
30s
is cheating more
statistically leave
often, then it would
because
make
they're
sense that women would
unsatisfied. Men
initiate the
leave
divorce.
in their
If the man
40s
cheats,
leave
he didn't
because they're
leave. You decided to
unsatisfied.
leave.
If your man was making money
Read the
and you know
stats.
he was cheating, would you leave still?
But yeah, because if
he
I
was
can prove
paying
that
all-
he's
if he was
cheating,
paying
then
all
I
your
can get
fucking
bigger
bills, your car
alimony.
note,
Like,
your insurance, your rent, your light, everything, even your kids' daycare, whatever the case may be, he's paying everything. Would you leave if you know he was cheating?
personally,
Yeah,
yes.
I do that. You know, I pay my things.
That's why I'm not broke.
Yo, women, like this isn't even an argument, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's
women
not.
initiate an overwhelming majority of all breakups, whether it's a marriage, it's a dating, casual relationship. Women initiate a majority. Now, if you guys want to actually talk about the why, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons
really.
why,
Not
but
really.
I would argue it's mostly the female fault why women leave because women think that the grass is greener on the other side. That's just typically what it is. And you can, I mean, we can have a whole conversation about this shit, but the internet, dating
Actually,
apps,
it's single
Instagram.
parent households that are the reason that why men are not fulfilling women's needs and women are so insatisfied and not self-regulating their emotions and relying on men because of all the single family households. It's neither part. It's
No, it's
neither
because
one.
women are delusional.
Okay.
If I'm going to be 1,000, the reason why so
100%,
many of the
whatever-
breakups
they
are
are
happening,
delusional.
it's
Gotta be
because,
Delulu.
I mean, let's use an example here. Like you couldn't even properly describe attraction, right? When you were talking about that situation.
No,
Like,
I could. We just distinctively said that there's a difference between attraction and a relationship and intimacy. That's all. I'm not trying to.
Next.
no, go ahead. You're saying? I wanted to let you finish your thought.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not trying to irritate you. I'm just trying to have a discussion because the reality is there are differences, but it's also like, I'm going to tell you straight up, like I align with Black Pill because it's looks, money, status, act accordingly. It's not just looks, money, status, then like, that's it. It's, and like you say that you
When
don't
did you
care
align
about
with Black Pill?
like 3 years ago.
Okay. So once you were starting, when your value was starting to go down.
No, my value's already, I mean, post wall, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying 3 years ago, you were 29?
Sure.
Okay. So at your epiphany phase, you started to realize, but when you were at your peak,
No.
Black
I
Pill
found
wasn't a thing.
No. I found Black Pill. Oh, sorry. I found Black Pill. When I was starting to do a podcast, I actually came on a different thing. Anyways, doesn't matter. The point is that it aligned with me because it was the facts. It's looks, money, status, and then act accordingly. And like,
but what I'm saying is that you didn't give a fuck about the facts and looking for the truth until you got older.
no,
And that is most women in general.
No.
If they even decide to go down that
Most
route.
women in general, 100%, I agree with you because I've dealt with those women that are lying, manipulative. They'll tell you one thing, they argue, and it's just like, oh my God, I'm exhausted from you. I understand where you're coming from, but that's not actually most women. I've been finding women that are wanting to find true love, that are wanting to find a man that's going to support them. But the problem that I talk to women is, like I said before, women were delusional in the sense that we think that men have it easier, the patriarchy. But the reality is we got the golden ticket. It's just a perspective that's messed up. And that's what he's trying to like get you. It's not, I don't think you guys are doing, I've read your demographic. I read your stats. I know that you guys are here and doing this weekly because you're trying to help young men in this generation, especially with the court system that's going on. So I respect you guys for that. But there's also another entire thing that's happening where young men are terrified and young women, because of the hot girl summer, don't believe in love anymore and they want to get that bag. And so I'm not here at 32 years old because I'm trying to find love from your demographic. I'm sorry. The reality is that your demographic and will be my children. And so what's going to happen is if we continue on this trajectory where women are the devil and then men, the patriarchy, are the devil, is that we're losing the ability to understand that men have it very difficult in life to provide to heart. And I'm saying this as a woman that has provided, that has worked like a man. It's hard. You cry yourself to sleep. Nobody holds your hand. Nobody comes to save you. You're expected to do X, Y, and Z, and that's it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Would you guys agree that men and women they both would rather raise a family and have a relationship with one person, have a team, have a unit family. Both men and women, regardless of your gender, you would prefer to have one person that you are with for a lifetime, raising your children together.
It's ideal, but
most men want quantity.
Yeah,
they don't want one girl. They want multiple.
I really appreciate you guys for saying that.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
For saying what? That men want quantity?
I want
It's the beginning of time.
So would you want your children to be around different women all the time?
I wanted to speak, and I think hopefully you guys took up a lot of the show as well.
Yeah.
I mean, do the other ladies have any takes?
Any points here,
Anything
ladies?
that y'all wanted to say?
You want to chime in?
No, everybody talk about it a lot.
Okay, we got a bit of the
Do you
plate
have
as
anything
well.
you want to say?
No, you told me not to talk anymore.
Do you remember a privilege that men have that women don't?
I mean, then we already do that because you said I was wrong and I was.
I was giving you a chance to maybe redeem yourself.
I mean, I can't. So you got it, Bar.
It's better move on.
You're right. I stand on what I said.
I disagree with the thing. Like women initiate. I don't know where that stat comes from. I'm gonna have to double check that. But the women overwhelmingly initiate all divorces at all age levels. To men 80% of the time. I don't know where the stat comes in. You're saying like 40% of the men after 40 years old, the men initiate 70% of the time. I don't know.
It's on the same report.
No, there's no way.
I'm just
because
letting you know.
the
It's
longer
also,
a man's in a relationship with a woman, the more he's likely to pay with alimony, and there's a reason.
Right, but there's a midlife crisis at 40 that attests to the 40-year-old around.
Is it a
40
midlife crisis or is it awakening?
Maybe awakening. I don't know, but there is something to be said that men come to, because think about it. Men are financially stable. They have everything together, and then they
But
look.
they have
and
way
maybe,
more to lose.
Right, but maybe they married the wrong person. Maybe she's nagging. Maybe she's a.
Have you heard the phrase? Have you heard the phrase? It's cheaper to keep her.
I have, absolutely. But
So-
what if a man is financially able to leave her, and that's all they're trying to talk about?
Even if you're a multimillionaire, you're still not going to be.
I'm
like,
with you. I read the
financially-
reports, and I'm with you because then women take half of everything, so it's really you save more for keeping.
There's no way that's true, man.
Read the report.
That it would.
It's
that-
also, the other one that they say that
let's
marriage
use
is
logic
at an
here. Let's
all-time.
use no. Let's use logic here. If women initiate divorce, right, at 80% in the 20s and 30s, right?
It's 30.
Why? Okay, for 30s, right? Why would it shift to men when it becomes far worse and there's more severe consequences for you now initiating a divorce in your 40s because you've been with her longer?
Because look at every 40-year-old man, trajectory-wise, they usually are more financially stable. And think about it. If a man does marry a woman just based off of looks and not out of any intimacy, when you get older, that woman becomes entitled. The nagging starts. That's when he starts cheating. That's when he goes with other things. That's when life gets better because he's financially able to.
But he doesn't divorce though.
I'm letting you know. No,
But
that's
you
what you
just
guys
said
are
too.
saying. But I'm telling you, based off of the stats and the financial portion,
Everyone in the chat
we're
saying
not-
it's a fake stats.
Go ahead and take a look at it. I'm
What's
not
the article?
arguing,
No,
bro.
no.
I'm not. It's not my problem.
No. What's the article?
I don't. It was a government article. It wasn't like a here
What
or
site?
there. It was a government.gov. It's the census.gov.
Yeah,
It's the same.
everybody's saying this,
Okay,
Cat, but
Go
okay, it's
ahead
fine.
and read the. You know what else? With another
men-
report, the
men
marriage
who
is at an
cheat but
all-time
not
low.
It doesn't make logical sense.
Marriage is at an all-time low, but cohabitation actually made up 8 points for the 7 points we lost in marriage. So while marriage lost the 7 points, cohabitation went up 8 points. So therefore, we actually have not lost people coming together.
I lost brain cells.
Listen, man.
Then you don't do math and you're not able to
Trump
read
said it best.
statistics.
Fake news.
I mean,
I mean, go for it. Maybe
It
it
just
is
doesn't
fake
make
news.
logical sense.
No,
Yeah.
no. And I'm with you guys on the fake news because
Why would
it's
they
coming
divorce
from,
when the consequences are more severe?
it's
I'm gonna
.gov.
suffer at the hands of that.
Oh my
For
God,
what?
can I send you guys the report?
Maybe because of the kids.
Yeah, after. But
It's after the kids. In that report, it does say that it's not when kids are babies. It says when kids
Everyone in
are
the
grown.
chat saying you're lying.
Go ahead and read the report.
All right.
all right, cool.
Okay, guys, we're gonna kill the Twitch stream and the Twitter stream,
Facebook,
and Facebook. Go ahead, Fresh. You had something?
We got a video to react to.
Okay.
Which
Oh
is
yeah, and like the video guys on YouTube, by the way.
And
But
we'll-
yeah, we're
and then
killing
we'll go
other
to
streams.
Rumble for the
Yeah, and then we'll go,
reaction.
yeah. Okay.
So guys, this video is going to encompass, we asked you guys earlier about, for example, how long should a guy wait for sex? So here we go.
So,
So man goes off on a woman because he took her on 10 dates before getting play.
Oh my
so
God,
sad.
10
Let's see his
dates?
reaction.
What does that say?
I said he took her on 10 dates already, and she said he can't get none.
I think it's muted.
Is he wrong for kicking her
sound
out?
Fresh.
Yo, I would kick her out, and I don't even have
Wrong one then.
Bitch, you got me fucked up.
I know.
Find another version of that because I've seen it before. You could probably find it.
Yeah.
10 days. That's
Y'all
after
should
90
check
days,
that
ain't
out.
it? Ain't that past 90 days?
That's expensive too.
That's past
It's
90
a
days. I know that
recession.
much.
Yo, it's a recession. 2 days max.
Okay, Mo. Did you pull out that one?
3, 6, 9. Hold on, I'm just trying to do the math. Shit. She got me fucked up.
All right, yo. While we wait for Chris to pull that up, guys, we got almost 13,000 y'all watching on YouTube alone. Do me a favor, like the video. Probably almost 20K between Rumble and YouTube. So like the video, guys, because the engagements have been kind of low, and I've been getting a headache. No offense, ladies, but you guys have been saying a lot of stupid things during the course of the show, and my hair is definitely thinning. So
Yeah.
no offense. It just I just gotta call a spade a spade.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like I said before, I'm not gonna knock y'all because women can kind of go through life and say dumb shit and nobody says anything, bro.
I thought we had chemistry.
Yeah.
No.
I go to
Isn't
drink.
everybody's name here daddy or something like that?
I go to drink.
Is that all women? No, but I've noticed from doing the show
I drink.
that there is a good amount. What was that? You said what? I drank. Somebody said I drank.
I drink. That's
Okay.
Gemini.
Came 2 times.
Leo.
This was just some chats, bro. Those
Yeah,
brain
yeah.
cells here. OnlyFans shows and has proved that women are okay with being objectified if there's money involved. Prostitution.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. Captain Sign says, ladies, the best way to know that you have a good man is if he opens up the door for you. But if you don't say thank you or allow him to open the door, you're not a good woman.
Or open the door.
Okay.
Why do we have to say thank you for opening the door?
Because he's chivalrous.
No,
You're
no,
being
no, no.
appreciated.
So you don't say thank you when people do stuff for you? No, naturally.
I say it all the
I
time.
will. Yes, I do. So yes, I do.
So then isn't that a nice gesture?
I mean, it is a nice gesture, but I feel like sometimes
It's a given.
I feel like sometimes you don't need to have your hand shaken and have someone say, thank you, you did a good job, or thank you, I'm grateful for what you did to me. I feel like if you're going to give, you should give without intentions,
And
without.
I agree, but
you know what I'm saying?
Manners is a thing, though.
Manners is a thing. So I feel like if I gracefully accept it and, I'm having a good time and I'm happy in the presence and I'm involving you in the present, I shouldn't have to say thank you because I give to you back in other ways, whether you don't agree with the way, like love language, you know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that part, but appreciation goes a long way. Wallahi,
Okay.
Black Spider says, I've never been able to have an intelligent conversation with a woman. They talk about dumb shit like astrology and emotional intelligence. Ladies, name one thing you consider the topic of intelligent conversation. So one thing you would consider intelligent conversation. One topic. Okay, next. You have
Right. Next,
For you?
right.
One thing you consider intelligent conversation. One topic.
I would say talking about. Damn, I don't have one on top of my head.
Okay.
I mean,
What about you?
politics, I guess.
Biohacking.
By hacking? Okay, that's good.
I guess just like controversial things that come up in society
Because you want.
normally, like if you see it pop up.
So controversy. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably like finances or like discipline.
Okay.
Okay, can I ask you the question again? Because speak so fast. I'm in Brazil.
Okay.
Remember that.
So it's a topic that you talk to a man about that may be smart. A smart topic.
Oh, okay.
One
so
topic.
about life,
Life?
life experience. What do you do? What do you want for life? What do you like to do? It's that.
Life experience.
Yeah, life experience. Yeah.
Okay. For you?
The future.
The future? Whose future? Yours or his?
Both.
Both?
Mhm.
Okay. And for you?
World history.
All right.
Yeah.
So the question was one topic that's intelligent that women talk about. So it's just funny to hear their reactions. You two had nothing. But
What did anyone give a good nothing?
She said biohacking. She said controversy, and I would say your was good as well.
World history.
World history.
Politics afterwards.
Politics. Okay.
Mhm.
We said that after the fact. All right.
After the fact.
How many ladies would you say give great head? Name one technique you think would get your man curling his toes. Pause.
Eye contact.
Wait, what was the question? How many of you ladies would say you give great
head, yeah.
Name the technique. I mean, I want sharing
move on.
sequence,
We'll move on.
but shit.
Chris, you got the video or Mo?
Yeah.
If somebody give it head.
Okay. Elate says, how many ladies have guys blocked on their phones or ever blocked a guy's number? And how many guys in total, I guess.
Dude, all of them are blocked.
I'll have a lot of.
How many ladies have guys
My
blocked?
Instagram, oh my God.
I mean, how many guys have you blocked?
I have like maybe like 500 something guys blocked because they send dick pictures and I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like,
Okay, 500 guys is a lot. For you?
I don't even really talk to guys.
Oh, I love you.
All right.
She wiped up.
You, Angel. What about you?
I think I have like 5 guys blocked.
Why'd you block him?
Different reasons.
Here trying to leave me because I don't.
Oh.
For you?
I know I have 2
Why?
for sure. They're just ex people.
Okay, exes.
Yeah.
Probably like a few.
Why?
I don't know. If it's online, like I just don't respond. But like the ones I have blocked on my number, it's either they just keep like calling and calling or like overstepping boundaries.
Okay. For you?
Yes, I don't have an exact number, but see, it's a little number because when the guy all the time he say the message they want to talk with me, I
It's
don't
annoying.
want. Yes, and I block. I don't have time for it. I say all the time, don't talk with me. I just block.
Okay. And for you?
None.
Yeah, you don't talk to guys. And you?
I'd say probably like 5, same reason, like harassment.
All right.
damn, man, might be
Video is finally here. I don't know why we didn't have the sound earlier, but you got it, Chris?
Yep, we do it live. All right, ready?
You might as well get out the car. What you mean?
What do you mean?
We
Get
just went
out
on
the
a good
car?
ass date. We just went on a good ass date. Why,
Okay,
Like, why the fuck would you even? Come on, man. Like, you wasting
Really?
my time. I took you
Really?
like 10 days.
Really?
You got 2 kids
and
already.
This,
You
this
act like
the
you don't wanna
dude.
give me
This
none.
the dude I decided to be with.
You like you can get out.
No, what you mean I can get out?
You're like you don't want to give
How
me
you gonna
none.
kick me out the car just
you
because
wasting
we
my
went on a date?
time.
How did I waste your time?
How many
We're
days do
together.
I gotta take you
Somebody's
on
car.
to be able to get some? You got 2
15.
kids already, but you trying to act like you don't want to give it up to me.
So you think I'm just easy like that?
Man, I'm saying I've been
Look,
putting in
I'm
work.
not even trying. Okay, and you're going to.
Man, listen, you can get out.
I can get out.
Yeah,
you
can get
real
out.
life
Get out
gonna
my
make
car,
me
yes.
walk?
Because you ain't giving me nothing. Get out.
Man,
You're
I'm
wasting
not
my
even.
time.
I'm
Listen,
wasting
I
your
understand.
time.
Yes, you got
Are
2
you
kids. Like
serious?
you don't want to give me none, man.
I don't have to.
All right, you get out.
You really gonna make me walk home?
Bye. Get out.
No.
Okay.
He's rude. Oh my God, he's
Ladies,
rude.
real quick.
Yeah,
real
let's
quick.
get your take on that.
What's your reaction and whose fault is it he waited for 10 dates and not smashing?
She could walk.
Let's go here.
That's right.
She could fucking walk. 10 dates,
Yeah.
bitch. You got me fucked up. 2 kids, 2.
Okay, and whose fault is it that he's waiting for 10 days?
I mean, it's his fault for real, to be honest with you. I mean, she got 2 fucking kids.
Okay. What about you?
His fault
Why?
because he shouldn't have stayed for that long.
Right.
For you?
What did I say? I tell my guy friends 3 dates.
That was 10.
That was 10. You done. You're dumb.
Is he justified for kicking her out the car though? Is he justified for that?
No, he's an idiot. He should have just never taken her out for the first place. There has to be a certain level of decorum or responsibility as you know when someone's about you and when they're not. If you don't know, then stop dating.
Okay.
So I think it's his fault for staying that long, but I don't think his reaction was wrong either.
Why?
Just because he's clearly upset, like he didn't want to wait that long, but it's your fault for waiting that long also.
So what if that was you though? And he was gonna kick you out?
I mean, I would probably be upset, but I don't think I don't like to go back and forth. So I'd probably just get out of the car.
Okay.
And Uber. Same.
What about you?
Yeah, it is his fault. He should have been more forward with what he would have wanted. If you're going on a bunch of dates and she's giving you the same answer, you should have put 2 and 2 together.
Okay. And for you?
Everybody do what you want to do. I think what he do with the guys is rude. If you said what the guys do with you, just say I don't want to hang out with you. It takes a long time with me. Don't need to do that, And the girls don't need to stay all the time with the guys and say, oh, well, no. Take your things and go out, everybody to do that. You don't have to stay in the time in fighting with another people if another people don't like the way you do the thing with you,
So just leave. If it's
Yeah, just leave,
Okay.
Don't fight it for that.
For you?
I'll
Is he
say
right?
both
Both?
was wrong
Why?
because I feel like she should have told him her intentions before all those dates.
Who do you think is more responsible? If you had to pick one.
The gender. Her or him.
I'll say her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why
Yeah.
her?
Because if you knew you wasn't gonna give him, then why keep going on dates with him?
Period.
That
part.
Okay.
I feel like you're just wasting their time.
That part.
So you think it's her fault?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
So do you think that he acted appropriately?
He could have did it differently than he did, but I can understand why he did it the way he did it. I would have been mad too.
All right. What about you? What do you think? Whose fault is it?
I agree with a lot of what you just said. I think.
So you think it's her fault?
Yeah, I think a lot of these like situations could be avoided with communication about what y'all expect.
But realistically speaking, do women want honesty?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It depends.
Oh yeah. I'd say that's all we
Do
need.
women reward honesty?
No.
No.
Yes.
Depending on the woman.
Depends on the honesty.
Yes.
All right, ladies, let's be honest here. If most men walked up to you and said, listen, I just want to have sex and not have anything of real consequence, would you give that guy the sex?
No.
Okay, so why do you expect men to be honest with you if they're not gonna get what they want?
I wouldn't say that like that's a necessary no. If you come up to me and you're like, I want something casual, like you want to just have sex, I don't want anything else, and I'm down for that, then I'm down for that.
Realistically speaking,
Keyword is down for.
when are you going to be down for that?
If I'm single and I don't want a relationship.
Most women are not going to be down for that most of the time. Like what you're talking about is one short, obscure time. If he catches you on the right day at the right time, when you're in heat,
the right vibe,
at the right vibe, at the right bar, whatever. But realistically speaking, 95% of the time, when men be honest with like that, are you going to fuck them?
You're
No,
right.
I can't.
No,
you
and
know?
if I was honest with the man and I was like, I'm gonna wait for as long as I want to, could be 10 days, could be 20. Are you gonna take me out?
Probably no if they want to have sex.
Yeah, so honesty's not rewarded on either end, is it?
Well,
actually,
Go ahead.
You save him time because if he wants just sex, he won't stay.
Yeah.
Versus in the hope of having sex, he's gonna stay.
Women still benefit when they get taken out on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
still get
that's-
attention. They still get a date. They still get a validation. Like a lot of times, guys, I would argue like guys take L's most of the time when they take girls on dates
Yeah.
because they don't close. And if you don't close, then it's a L because you wasted your time and your money hanging out with a girl because most girls expect you to pay for dates. Are there girls that will be like, oh, let's go 50-50? Yeah, that's fine. But your chance of smashing go down because yeah. See, look, some of the girls are laughing here. So I mean, yeah. So you think it's a girl's fault?
You said 50-50. A little bit, yeah. Because I'd say as a woman with intuition, you probably have picked up at that point what his intentions are. And I think you're right. For men, it's a lot harder for them to understand, like, is this going to be the date? Is this going to be the date? Like,
Do you think his reaction was appropriate?
I mean, I think he could have handled it a little bit better, but I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He had an emotional reaction. He's just a man. He can't handle it.
He's just a man. He's just a man. He needs his dick sucked.
Yeah,
So-
dick sucks. Suck his dick, man.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna
sloppy,
give
sloppy.
the full answer on Rumble. Or you want to give it now?
Well, did anyone else? Okay, so you think? What do you think about his? Did we get everyone's
They're
response
both
to the
trash,
reaction?
bro.
Yeah.
Both
Okay.
of the women are trash.
Well, what do we got here? We got guys. Can you start shifting over to Rumble? We'll go here to Rumble here in a second. I'll give you guys my take on it.
So
should we make? Go ahead. You were gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say. So for the most part, I can understand this video because most guys get frustrated if they don't get laid. 100%. However, it's the guy's fault because he stayed in this scenario. But ultimately
not.
speaking, if the woman was upfront about her intentions, would he stay? Maybe
Nah.
not. So it is a two-part process, but I would say the guy has to say, you know what? If I want this, I'm not gonna allow it. But women, they offer hope that it may happen at some point, and then the guy stays.
And
so
that makes
Correct.
it more. That's the only part where like my sisters in the world and manosphere stuff is that's the only thing that has put me on this side more. Sorry, that's the only thing that's put me on this side more than the other side is the fact that as a woman, I know how women are. I know how I am. That's the key word that I say earlier. Is like I don't date men that I don't like. And that's a big problem that I see with women today is they date men they don't like. Why? Means of survival, means of the bag, means of the yacht, means of the whatever. And it's my mom's I'm Mexican and Argentine. I'm a full-on first generation and both my parents were
Did you
immigrants.
date men that you didn't like when you were younger though?
No.
Never. Cap, bro.
I'm not
Stop the
capping.
cap.
Not everybody,
Come on, man.
not everybody's low class and has to date to get up. I actually had parents that loved me. I had the financial status. I had the economical
So
part.
you never went
I
out
had
with a
both.
guy and just got like a free dinner, or
No.
sat in a section with guys that you didn't necessarily like at a club.
No. So
Stop the
I'm
cap.
from LA. You can look at my Instagram. all my guy friends, they're promoters, they're workers, they have their marketing agencies. We all went out and rode out together. I would give them advice on these hoes, but like the problem is, as a woman being on here's the thing. You're coming at me. I get it from both sides. I get the women telling me I'm a pick me. I get the men telling me I'm all this and I'm using men and I got the golden ticket. F everybody. The reality is life is what you make of it. If you treat yourself good, you will find good. If you treat yourself like crap and you lower your standards and you
Do you
use
think your
people
guy
for
friends
money,
wanted to have sex with you?
100%. And you use people
So
for money.
that's what I'm trying to say. You hung out with guys that you didn't like that.
And I told them, I don't like you like that. It will never happen. You will never get in between these legs. It will never happen. If you want to be friends,
So you hung out with guys you didn't like with.
if you want to be friends, we can be friends. When we go out, we split the dinner. When we go out to eat, we split the bill. Like it is what it is. And there's
contradictions.
And there's not a contradiction. Those are my male friends. I will never sleep with any of my male
You quite
friends.
literally said a second ago, don't go out with guys that you don't like.
She's not going out with them.
I'm not
She's
going out
hanging
with them. I'm hanging out with
It's the
them the
same
way
thing.
that.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
Are we going out right now? Are we dating because we're in the same room?
If I go out with her, I'm splitting the bill with her. If I go out with my guy friend, I'm
We're not on a
splitting the
date.
bill with the guy friend. I'm not having the guy friend pay for me. He's not saving me. He's not picking up the bill. He's not fixing my house. He's not fixing my coochie. He's not fixing anything. That is a friend.
So
Because-
question:
yeah.
Do you fuck every guy you meet on the first date?
Absolutely not. No.
Second date?
Third.
A month.
So you went out with guys you didn't like that then.
No. I liked them, but then they would do something that I didn't like, and I was like, ooh, I can't. Ooh, I can't. So like, okay, for example, right? You want a specific to understand. If I go out with a man and I like him and it seems to be good, but on that second date, he doesn't call me to make sure I got home okay. He doesn't open the door. He's not doing all these meticulous things that I'm paying attention to because I'm sober and I'm not drinking on the date and I'm not ordering expensive meals either to be considerate of him. I have to see what he's bringing to the table. Otherwise, a marriage will not work. If I'm putting more in a marriage than the man is putting in, then it's not going to work. And you can see that on the first date. If you're taking out a woman, she doesn't say thank you for paying a full course meal. She doesn't say thank you for opening the door. She doesn't say thank you for any of the things that you're doing for her. Don't date her. If a man is dating you and he's not doing those things, then don't date him. It's very simple. 1 + 1 = 2. It's everything else is complicated. There's higher class, there's lower class. Lower class will accept more. Higher class will not accept more. That's it. That's the way I see it, at least. That's my opinion.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
I mean, I think you've definitely, like, I get it that you're trying to, no, I don't use guys or whatever, but you've definitely fucked a couple bad boys in your time, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you
come
have.
on, man.
Bad boys?
Yeah,
I have.
yeah,
100% you have.
What do
You
you
wouldn't
mean?
be 32 and single if you didn't.
Yeah.
Like, come
What
on,
does that
man.
mean?
Botox.
Wait, what does bad boys mean?
Look, man, I gotta call out look, man.
What does bad boys
Go
mean?
on Rumble. Just go on Rumble. This shit's crazy.
All right.
Just go on Rumble,
Rumble,
guys.
guys.
Rumble.com/freshandfit.
It's gonna get real.
No, I'll give my take on this situation and then the other thing. Are we on Rumble yet? Come on over, guys.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
To address the first thing, the guy fucked up going on 10 dates with a girl. I've always said this: women will use you as long as you let them use you. Because girls are just inherent resource extractors. Like, if they can get free dates out of you and use you for your time and attention, they absolutely will. It's your job to figure that out and get rid of her immediately. I think half the game dating for men is getting rid of girls that are time wasters. That's half the game, is getting rid of girls that aren't DTF, that aren't sexually interested like that in you. Because if you're good enough or you have money, they will absolutely go out with you and get the experience. So you got to be able to get rid of those girls immediately. But at the same time, I understand he shouldn't have been in that situation at all. So him kicking the girl out, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, she played a stupid game and she got a stupid prize.
There you go.
So it is what it is.
He got emotional.
That was 10 dates, though.
That poor man got so emotional.
I mean, he got emotional, but I mean, it's warranted.
Yo, I would
in
get
that
emotional. F that girl.
So, like, I wouldn't have reacted like that, right? Because I would have cut her off way before. But I think what you saw was a culmination of a guy that realized, like, yo, this girl's pulling my leg. This is a waste of fucking time. And he reacted the way that he reacted. But
imagine all the guys that have 10, 20, 30 plus dates. That
This
don't do
happens
anything.
often. Yeah, this happens often. Though.
Forever, they're waiting for a chance at your box, and they don't get it. So,
and this is what I mean, though, when I say women are delusional, right? So you got a girl here, because on paper she has 2 kids.
Two
Bro,
kids, yeah.
Tough.
Two kids.
automatic L. Low sexual market value. You have 2 children from another man. Like, bro, you
Probably
should be
2 men.
worshiping the ground that I'm walking on, even giving you a date. But, right, in the social media age, Instagram, dating apps, etc., women that aren't that attractive have a higher sense of perceived value thanks to the internet. So it used to be a girl had to step outside of her house to be able to get attention, and she would have the suitors directly in her geographic area, right? And she would pick the best out of those guys. But now, thanks to internet, Instagram, whatever, a girl that's a 5 can get attention from a dude that's like a 10 across the country. Well, that's gonna inflate her ego, inflate her sense of self-worth, and she's gonna behave that way, and she's gonna think I deserve better. Because since women date up, the grass is always greener on the other side for them. That's just how it is. So what we've ended up with is relationships have went into the shit because women think that their value is higher than it really is.
That
It's gonna be
part.
1,000.
So is it greener on the other side?
It isn't.
I have to say, I agree with the one thing that you said that the women are delusional. Like, that's
What is
yeah.
your take on it?
On what?
Are women delusional
Yeah,
in
some of them.
what they expect?
What are you expecting? What?
For example, she has 2 kids, wants to
Mhm.
make them wait
Yeah.
and play games.
Yeah, that's doing too much. I think it's delusional. Yeah.
Okay. For you?
Yeah.
Can you explain why?
I actually have a friend and he's like a hospital manager and he makes money. And he said he wouldn't care if a girl makes like 20K and she's just happy with him. He dated someone who made just as much money and she just like that entitlement, that kind of like masculinity, I guess you could say. He wasn't gonna put up with it.
So she didn't respect him.
Yeah, I guess that she was just like she didn't have enough gratification, no appreciation.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
I'm saying don't do that as in just because he didn't accept her because she was on the same level as him. Respect her a little more because she is that bitch. You know
No, it
what I'm
wasn't that
saying?
he didn't respect her, but like he would talk about his hardships and she'd be like, well, you chose that career. Like she was just harsher and like, I don't know.
She owned her shit.
Not owned her shit, but like if he would go to his girlfriend, like talk about the stresses at work instead of being supportive or like listening to
Oh,
him.
so she wasn't shit.
She wasn't doing anything in the house.
Okay, my bad.
She was just kind of like,
I read it wrong.
No,
my bad. She
no,
wasn't shit.
don't do that. Don't do that.
No, you don't do that. You don't do that.
she was just very like entitled. She had that confidence that she was this and that, and he ended up leaving her. Like he was done with it. He didn't want to hear that.
No,
Luckily, he left.
You think queer women are like attractive?
Queer? What do you mean queer?
Career.
There's a lot of that career.
Yeah.
Like money making career
Yeah.
bitches.
Are they attractive?
Do I think they're attractive?
men.
Humbled one, yes.
But are they humble though if they've built themselves
Nah,
up
they
to
ain't
get a
really
career?
humble to be honest with you. So fuck that. I ain't fucking that bitch. She better eat my pussy. I'll tell you that much. I don't think
Whose man's is this, bro?
Who man?
Whose man's is this?
Yeah, I gotta ask. Are you under the influence of any drugs or anything?
No,
Are you drunk?
I have been drinking Hennessy. I have.
Hennessy?
Just Hennessy.
You're high on life, huh?
Always.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, we got some more chats here. Oh, you want to go into some more? Oh my goodness. This panel's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, I guess the thing is, yeah, girls will waste your time if you
let
don't
them.
properly vet them and get rid of them if they're wasting your time. Because I mean, there should never be a situation where this is my thing. You should never be dating a girl on her terms.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because when you date a girl on her terms, she'll do dumb shit, make you wait forever. 3 weeks, maybe
5
she doesn't
years.
like you that much, and you're able to
5
add
years.
some kind of value that she's like, okay, I'll go out with this guy because he gets me in the clubs. Like women are very good at picking out like what the guy offers in value and then like segregating him to that value only. Okay, this guy gets me in clubs, so I'm gonna dangle the carrot a little bit so he can get me in the clubs. This guy pays for really fancy steak dinners that I could take pictures of this nice steak spot. I'm gonna put him in that little thing. Women compartmentalize men into situations that benefit them. And I think as the guy, it's your job to identify, am I being compartmentalized? Okay, I'm going to get rid of this girl because if you're not getting her best, then you got to throw her to the rest.
Yep.
Because women are very evil individuals when they put you in a compartmentalized situation because they're getting what they want from you, but you're not getting anything in return. And then they have the audacity to think, well, you're being around me as if they're special or they bring something to the table. And I'll be honest with you. I'm just keeping it that. Most women are stupid. If I'm going to be all the way a million, like a lot of y'all are dumb as fuck. And what I mean by this is, I don't mean dumb as fuck as in social awareness. Women are way smarter than men when it comes to social awareness. But when it comes to like having real conversations about real things, about having an intellectual conversation where you're actually able to derive value in conversing with women, what I've realized is typically the more attractive she is, the stupider she is, unfortunately.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How long do you think a woman should wait with a man who's only having sex with her to then be moved into like dating territory? How long do you think a woman should have sex with a man before he's willing to like
If she
make that
doesn't get
commitment?
elevated, that's her fault.
What do you mean elevated?
So if a man
But
wants to
same
sleep
thing with a
woman, it's her
man.
fault.
If you
But
want to
if
go
a
out on
man
so many
doesn't-
days with me, if you don't finish the deal, that's your fault as a man.
It's my job. It's my job to fuck you. It's your job to retain me after I fuck you.
Well, what if I want you to fuck me? What if I want you to make love to me? What if I want you to talk to me? And
Wait, are you
teach me?
talking
It's guiding
LCR? Or are you
women to
talking like
keep
just
a man.
smashing?
I'm saying it's my job as a man to attain you sexually, and then it's your job as the woman to retain me for a relationship.
So then you think women should fuck on the first
Your
date?
job as a
or-
man is to lead me.
It's a two-way
It's a
street.
two-way street. Wait.
How long do you think a woman should wait?
Hold on. What was that?
How long do you think a woman should wait?
Wait for what?
How long
To
do you
have sex
stay
with a
after
man
sex?
that she's dating.
Men don't really.
Well, it depends.
You know what I
It's
mean?
on the girl to have critical thinking skills and be able to assess the value of that man. How quickly can he replace her? What's the sexual market value? How many other women does he have? And then come up with some kind of calculation in her mind of what's reasonable for me with this guy. Because let's keep it 1,000. There's some guys that will wait a week. Some guys that will wait 1 date, 2 dates. Some guys will only wait an hour.
Do you think that she should make him wait as long as possible?
Like forever?
Well, it really depends on the guy. It really does depend on the guy.
Okay.
Because every guy is different. And every guy has different tolerance levels
Yeah.
to female games and shenanigans. Some guys have some tolerance, some guys have no tolerance, and it's up to the woman to figure out where that guy stands in the pecking order and act accordingly. Because you might not have the ability or the leverage to play your games with a certain level of guy where you could have played those games with another individual.
So do you think if a woman sleeps with a man too early, do you think that's a turnoff for men?
It can hurt you. It absolutely can hurt you. And I think that's where the critical thinking comes in with the woman to figure out, okay, this guy is of this caliber. He has this many women. If I do sleep with him, I need to be able to add value. The problem is this. Girls go in, they go on a date or they fuck him or whatever it is, and they don't add no value. They think, I'm pretty. I'm just going to show up, sit on a date, be boring as fuck, be stupid as fuck, not add to the conversation. And
But what if
that's
that's not you? What if you're a woman who does add to the conversation? What if you're a woman who is capable of having
fantastic.
intelligent discourse?
You're a minority.
Okay, so then in that case,
But most don't.
how long would you wait for a woman like that? That's actually intelligent, can have intellectual discourse with you, and adds
Mommy
value to the
material.
time that you are spending together.
How long would I wait?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 1 to 2 dates, but it depends on the girl. Like it changes. You know what I mean? Like it really changes. Like how much value does she really add? How hot is she really? You know what I mean? How like the more I have to tolerate, the less I'm gonna deal with it. You know what I mean? Because I mean,
Can I ask another question to pivot off of that?
most girls are dumb, dude. I'm just gonna be honest. Like it just would. I mean,
I feel the same way about men, so I think we actually have a lot in common.
Right, but
fair. There are a lot of stupid guys, but women get away with being stupid far longer than men do. Women don't have to be competent. Men do to a degree. It's the successful men that are attractive.
In order to mate with somebody, is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, what if
since-
that's not your objective? What if that's not your goal as a woman, to mate and have somebody, have a partner?
No. I'm saying as a man, you have to be competent. As a woman, you don't.
But I'm saying, as a woman, if your objective is not to find a mate, then you do have to be competent, correct? Because you got to
You
do
said,
it on
you
your
mean
own.
if your objective is to find a mate, you
No. My objective is not to, hypothetically speaking, not to find a mate.
okay.
Then
You're
you
going
do have
against
to
your
be
biology
confident.
then, but okay.
Okay, and so is a man who decides not to be with women. You know, there are plenty of men who decide to be single, men who die single.
The difference is that men create excess resources and success, so they're attractive to women, right? Like a man can go ahead and mate later on in life. Matter of fact, men don't get their value until later on in life. Women are on a time clock, though. Like if you don't mate at your peak, you fucked.
But what if that's not my goal? What if my goal is to make money and support myself?
I would argue that's a misled goal.
Oh, well, that's a personal opinion. I think too.
I mean,
Also,
it's a-
how would that be misled if my ability to, my potential, my earning potential, my resource potential is such a short time period? then why would I invest all of my time and energy into being valuable for only that short amount of time when I could take that energy and invest it into being competent and a long-term earner for myself?
Let's go. Okay, how about this? Let's go into deductive problem solving. Okay.
Yep.
What are human beings put on earth to do?
That's a very personal, spiritual question.
In general, what are human beings put on earth to do? Outside of spirituality and all the other cuckoo-munga junga stuff that people have.
Pay bills and die.
Okay, that's your answer. Pay bills and die. What about you? What do you think? What are human beings put on earth to do?
To reproduce.
Okay. What about you? What do you think?
You know.
Reproduce?
Reproduce. I would say the same.
Reproduce?
Reproduce.
Okay, what's your answer now?
I would say like add to humanity. Add to humanity
The answer is to
culturally,
reproduce.
artistically.
The
I mean,
answer is
I
to
would say that's
reproduce.
what animals are put on earth to do. I'm not reducing myself to that standard. I also think that like overpopulation is a real fucking issue. So
Okay. Outside of that opinion, the reality is the fact is human beings are put on earth to reproduce.
but what if reproduction becomes not optimal for just humanity as a whole? Like what if reproduction is actually hurting
There
us
is enough
as
land
humanity?
mass for us to house more people. Just resources would be on some level an issue. However, we can handle it.
I think, I mean, the statistics don't look good. I mean, in terms of our food production, agriculturally, like we already are struggling to feed the people that are on earth as it is. So
Okay. Modern conventions don't necessarily align with hardwired biological traits.
So then at that point, should
Let me
we
give
not
you an example.
reconsider?
You're a successful,
our
strong woman,
objectives?
correct? Make
Depends
your
on-
money?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that's taller than you?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that's stronger than you physically?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that earns more money than you?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that's smarter than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that these wants that you have are hardwired into you?
No.
They are.
I would say
That's
no
where
because
you're wrong. Hold
I've
on,
also
stop.
Okay.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
That is what women are attracted to. Every other female here at the table wants that as well. This goes into the fallacy that I talk about that women think that they're special. What you're attracted to is universal across all different demographics, all different religions, etc. In general, women want a man who's better than them in every regard. This is what I mean. And think about this. We live in a very safe world, right? Police, the military, etc. You make your own money. You can provide your own security. You can provide all the things that a man could provide to you, correct? But why do you still want a man that's better than you in every regard?
Well, I mean, may I ask a question conversely?
Please answer the question.
Okay.
Even though you have all you see where I'm going here.
Yeah, but I would say that you're talking about preferences, right? That is not ultimately what you make your decisions based on. You don't make your decisions based on preferences. You make it based on experience, right? And so
Those
what if you have two
preferences-
women, one of them's more beautiful, but the other one you think is going to be a better wife and a mother? So which one are you going to choose to mate with?
Men and women have different preferences. You just
So what
deflected
would
what
your-
I'm trying to say.
Okay.
See, let's not get this. What I'm simply saying here, right?
Mhm.
Because you made the argument of like, oh, the world population, overpopulation, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
right? Going back to that,
Mm-hmm.
modern conventions don't change biological hardwiring. You have security, you have police, you don't need a man, you make your own money, you're successful, etc. You have your own degree, yet you still want a man that's better than you.
Modern
Let's-
conventions 100% alter like your primal instincts.
No, they do
yes,
not.
they do. You can't just go out
No,
and
they
murder
do not.
somebody
You
because
just
they piss
literally
you off.
contradicted yourself.
No.
They do not, because I literally asked you, if given the option in your preferences, you still
Yeah.
wanted a man from a hardwiring primal perspective to be better than you in every regard, despite the fact that you have security, lighting, power, everything, all the modern conveniences where you effectively do not need a man. However, if given to your own devices, what do? You want a man who's better than you in every regard. That's what I mean when I say it always comes back to your primal instincts.
I don't equate being taller or physically stronger than me as being better than me.
What?
By definition, it is better than you.
No, it's not.
What?
Because I can provide something that you can't. You want children,
Holy
right?
shit.
That's
But
so we're talking about those are your
But attributes that are on you, not action from you. So it's on you.
okay.
So,
So,
by definition, if I'm taller, bigger than you, I'm better than you.
better than me at what?
He could protect
Protecting you.
Yo,
Protection.
when I went
What the
through the entire list, I said competence, confidence, height, strength,
No,
etc.
I didn't say
Wait,
you didn't say
how tall are you?
competence.
I did say
No,
competence.
you didn't. I didn't
Wait,
say I would want somebody more
Hey,
confident.
Myron, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3", but that's irrelevant.
I know, but I'm 5'1", so therefore you're not better than me, bro.
Biologically, women.
By your
want
logic, like you're
men.
saying that he's like, you compare us both. If we're to duke it out, he's gonna pummel my ass.
I mean,
That's- you know
yeah,
what
but
I mean?
that's. I don't think that necessarily means better. I think that's a really generalized term.
Yo,
Stronger
this is-
could beat my ass. Yeah, 100%.
Yo, this is crazy. Yo,
So-
look. I need you to apply some critical thinking skills and get out of your feelings for 2 seconds. On paper, everything I described in a man, you want to be better than yourself. He must exceed you in every attribute that I
I
just
didn't
mentioned.
say that's a must. I didn't say that's a necessity.
But it's
You
to
said
be a
preferences.
caretaker.
Yes.
Would you
those-
like a woman who makes more money than you? Or do you want a woman who makes less money than you? And
that's
do you
the
want a woman
difference.
who's hotter than you?
What the fuck?
Do you want a woman who?
But beauty has nothing to do with that.
But you're talking about physical standards, right?
Yeah, but the
so
beauty
the taller, stronger,
Let me
beautiful.
here.
these are-
We're digressing from this. We're digressing from this. This all started right because you said I asked you first. Why are human beings put on Earth? All the other girls
To reproduce.
understand that it's to reproduce.
I think that's an oversimplification.
You're saying that it's not. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that it is because what I'm saying is that you think, well, no, it's not to reproduce because the world is changing. There's too many people anyway. Blah blah blah. And my argument to that is, primal urges override modern conventions.
If that was
and
true,
I use the
then there
example.
would-
Stop interrupting. I use the example that your attraction triggers are primal. You want a man that's better than you, despite the fact that you have all the security, all the ability to fend for yourself, etc. But you still want a man better than you. Why is that? Because primal urges always outweigh modern conventions. So that was to defeat your argument that, oh, but the world's being overpopulated. That's irrelevant because human beings are still put on Earth to reproduce. Now,
If
let me
primal-
go. Let me continue on before you try to divert the conversation. We're staying very focused here.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Human beings are put on Earth to procreate. Period. There's a reason why when you're injured, you have these mechanisms to recover, etc. There's a reason why the male sex urge is so strong. There's a reason why once a woman hits a certain age, she starts to get baby rabies. These are naturally put in us because it's to continue the lineage, continue the human race. That's what we're put on Earth to do. Period. That's not up for debate. That's what human beings are here to do, create offspring. Now, with that said, now that we've established that human beings are put here to create offspring, okay, what will increase a woman's likelihood of mating?
I mean, I don't agree with your initial statement.
You don't have to agree with a fact, but that is a fact.
Can I?
Because you said modern convention does not outweigh primal urges, then how is law and order exist at all? Why are there people who are gay? Why are there people who literally are not attracted to, cannot get it up for a woman?
Yeah, but those are still the minority.
That's a gross. The homosexual population is like 1 or 2%. I'm talking about the overwhelming majority. Listen, you're trying to take away what I'm saying. This is a fact. Human beings are put on Earth to procreate. That's how it's been since the beginning of time.
Then why are there so many humans that don't procreate?
Because they can't.
They're still a minority.
Because they.
Can I tell you something that happened
women,
to me when I was
hold on. Like 80-90% of women.
And are still happy. They're still fulfilled human beings and they don't have to procreate.
Okay, look. Women, 80-90% of women since the beginning of time have procreated. About 40% of men have.
Okay. So
what I'm saying is that men don't have the same ability to procreate, but they want to procreate. There's a reason why the male sex urge is so strong and baby rabies is a real thing for women.
And so what is the point you're trying to draw from that?
That human beings are put on Earth to procreate.
I just still disagree.
You don't have to disagree, but you don't have to
Because
agree with
there
the
are
fact.
human beings that exist on Earth and are still fulfilled human beings that do not procreate.
They're still
So
the minority.
That's the minority.
Generally.
That's the minority. Most women.
You can't just
Again, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm 32 years
And you
old.
can
2
say, like-
years ago, I didn't want to have
This
kids.
is
I
incredible.
didn't want to have kids. Two years ago, I started to want to have kids.
But there's even
My entire
minorities
life,
who
I
wanna
didn't
have kids.
That's what I'm trying to
Like,
say. My
there's
entire
gays
life, I
trying
did
to
not want to
adopt
have children. 30 hit. Baby rabies is a real thing. I didn't know I was gonna have it, and now I have it. Now I'm like,
This is what I mean when-
Yeah, so
this
and I don't say this to just give him kudos. I'm saying this because I love and adore you, and you don't realize yet that what he's saying, he's trying to put you on. He's not trying to hurt you or attack you or condemn you. He's trying to get you to open your eyes because us women, like she said earlier, we have so many emotions. We can't see clearly and we can't self-regulate our emotions. We actually look at men to try and make us feel a type of way. That's why we fall for stupid shit. But if you actually self-regulate your emotions, you'll understand what he's saying. Baby rabies is a real thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was gonna look at now I see babies. I'm like, oh baby.
Yeah, we ain't got studied.
Like it's terrible.
I also think that wanting to be a mother is something very different from wanting to procreate.
No,
you can still be a mother. You can adopt children.
Yeah, but it's still procreate. That's
not procreating.
If I can't have children and I adopt, that's still procreating. Just because I can't.
It's not.
The motherly instinct comes from the process of procreation. Adopting children is a modern adaptation to the need to procreate when a woman does not have the ability to facilitate herself. If a woman was given two options, your own child or adopting, 99% of women would prefer their own child. Please exercise some critical thinking. Human beings are put on the earth to procreate. That's a fact, okay? That's a fact. Now, I don't care what you agree with or what you don't.
Go ahead.
That's a fact. That's biology. That's human beings, period, okay? Now, two different things, right? What do women need to do to procreate?
Have sex.
No. But besides that, what increases their chances of procreating?
Flirt.
Makeup.
Talk to man.
Looking pretty.
Kiss.
Be attractive, correct? Would it be fair to say that a woman's primary agency is her beauty? You said this earlier.
You're right.
Right?
I'd say culturally, that's what we are learned to equate our value to. Yes.
Okay, so the answer is yes.
Yes.
Now, what does a man need to do to procreate?
Be a man.
Have status.
Have sex.
Have status.
No,
have
be a
money.
man. Sport
Be
them,
able
you
to
know,
come. Have potent sperm.
No, it is.
Don't put your laptop
You
on
have
your,
to-
on your
No,
lap.
it's
Don't make your count go
creating
down.
excess resources, being strong,
Yeah.
being a leader of men,
Yeah.
being dominant, being aggressive, being able to protect yet still provide. Being able to procreate for a man, you need to have a bunch of things in place. Correct?
I know a lot of baby daddies who have none of that in place.
Well, we ain't talking about
Okay.
the
But
baby
those are
daddies.
women
We
who
talking
fell
about
for
men in
men's
lives.
lives.
The women think that the guys have
again,
that.
Lord.
For the optimal situation, he needs to have things in place to get the best woman for him.
You do realize, right, that we live in the United States, right?
Last time I checked.
Yes. So what if I said, what if you said world hunger exists? And I said, no, it doesn't, because I know everyone I know eats food. Wouldn't I sound stupid?
And what are you trying to equate that to? That I
To
said?
your statement that you just made now. I know a bunch of baby daddies that fuck. That's retarded. That does not change. That does not refute the fact. Just because your friends eat around you does not mean that world hunger does not necessarily exist. In other words, the world is much bigger than your own personal experiences or people that you know anecdotally.
Okay, so let's talk statistically. Let's talk about statistically how many men
Well, I'm trying
are
to get
low
there.
income men. You know, actually, it's actually much more common for men who are of low income status to have multiple children.
It's
with multiple different women.
Like in Africa, when they have
I mean, in
multiple
America,
wives.
like
Well,
everywhere.
you're missing the point and you're diverting the conversation into a nonsensical
No, because
portion.
you're saying that's what a man needs to be able to procreate is to have money, success, confidence. No, because there's lots of men who are
It
literally the
increases-
lowest income
look,
bracket
look.
who
What
have
percentage of
multiple
women
children
care
with
for
multiple
men?
women.
It increases a man's likelihood of mating when he has these things in place, okay? Just like a woman that's attractive is able to increase her likelihood of getting a higher status mate by being more pretty. I'm not saying that ugly women can't mate and loser men can't mate. However, your chances go up significantly the more beautiful you are as a woman and the higher status you are as a man.
So now are we
Period.
talking about mating or
Now,
procreating?
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Because lots of men procreate with multiple women without ever mating with them, without ever actually
Not
having
lots
a
of men.
relationship.
So select men, and it's one man for multiple women.
Once again, just because contraception exists now does not mean that you're not hardwired to look for certain things in the opposite gender. Contraception is a relatively new thing. But before, right, women had to be more selective. Well, even now, women are still fairly selective on who they have sex with because being pregnant, right, is an invasive thing that's very laborious for a woman. The mating process for a woman has more risks than for a man.
Yeah, but you also some people stand to gain financially from having children, especially women.
Oh God.
I love you.
I
Okay.
love that you stand on your shit.
Let me go. No. She's just dumb. Like, if I'm going to be 100% respectful, she's lacking critical thinking skills.
You're
and
just
she's
mad
arguing
because
to
I've had a
argue.
contradiction to every single thing that you've
No,
said.
no,
An
you're-
accurate one, something that actually has basis.
No. What you've done basically is you say oh, well, let me deflect the argument on something that is a minority, an exception to the rule, or I've experienced myself.
Because you are overgeneralizing. You are generalizing all your statements. That's not critical thinking, bro.
No.
Generalizing all your statements is not critical thinking.
It's absolutely critical thinking because you're able to look outside of your own individual situation and look at how the world really works.
If you're looking outside of your own individual situation, you should be able to say, okay, well, not everybody. I'm not generalizing. There are people who are not like that. But
that's a minority. I'm talking about the world operates on generalities.
Are you a minority?
What does that have to do with the conversation?
I'm just asking. Are you a minority?
To be honest.
Yes, I'm a minority.
Okay, so would you appreciate if people completely overlooked you whenever they're making generalized statements?
Randomly talking. What are you saying?
I'm saying, as someone who's a minority, would you stand here quietly while somebody made incredibly generalized statements and that did not include you?
The world operates on generalities.
Not true. The world operates on exceptions just as much as it does generalities.
But his audience
that's how the exceptional are created.
But
look, man, if you don't understand that the world operates on generalities, then we can't even have we can't even have a discussion because you're too low IQ to understand how the world really works. The world doesn't work on exceptions. If the world worked on exceptions, there'd be Braille everywhere because hey, man. Blind people.
There is Braille everywhere, you fucking idiot.
No,
There's Braille on every single elevator.
It's not every single building. It's not everywhere.
Where's Braille?
Right? And then is it everywhere in the United States? Is it everywhere else in the world?
Go to the elevator.
It's not everywhere.
Down the hallway. The Braille's right there. You know what?
Certain buildings might have it, but not every single building has Braille.
You know the shit on a fucking sidewalk before you hit the crosswalk where it's like bumpy? That's for blind people. It's at every single crosswalk you go to.
But is that everywhere?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Go to any fucking crosswalk in the city. They all have it because yes,
or handicap ramps everywhere.
They have to be. If you have a public place, if you have a place of business, it has to be handicap accessible.
It's not everywhere though.
If you have a place of business.
No, it's not.
It has to be a certain square footage and it applied to certain ordinances, but it's not always required, is my point. The world operates on generalities. There's steps. There's not handicap rails everywhere. There's not handicap bathrooms everywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. The world is not made for exceptions to the rule. The world is made for generalities.
I mean, by your definition, the chair you're sitting in right now, let's say people are 400 pounds, that's not made for them. Where's their chairs? Generally, it's people that are a certain weight.
Okay, but so to say, like, if I wanted to come here and it was not handicap accessible, I could sue you, right? For being
it's not a public
building
place.
isn't theirs.
No, you
All right.
would not be invited at all. I'm like, you're fat. Don't come on to a show. Don't come
Anyway, let me go back because I'm just going to explain this because I'm going to finish explaining this and then you can go ahead and make whatever nonsensical argument you want to make. The point I'm trying to make, right, is that human beings are put on earth to procreate. So therefore, since human beings are put on earth to procreate, what increases your chances of procreating for the two genders? As a woman, be more beautiful. As a man, acquire more resources. So it would behoove you to do what's in your best interest to procreate. For a man, acquire more resources. For a woman, be more pretty. Fantastic. Now, here's the thing, right? As a woman, acquiring resources and money, that's cool, but does it necessarily increase your chances of procreating? Not to the same degree as it would for a man acquiring resources and status. Same thing. If I'm a guy and I'm attractive to a degree, I'm handsome, right? And I prioritize that, that's cool, but is it going to increase my chances of procreating at the same level as if I chase resources? No, it won't, because women don't value beauty as much as men value beauty in women. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. A very handsome broke man is the functional equivalent to a very successful woman that isn't that attractive. Both genders don't give a fuck about the other commodity that the other one has because men and women look for different things. So going back to completely bring this full circle, because you're not a critical thinker, you said, I'm going to chase status and money, etc. Fantastic. But it does not help your bottom line of being able to procreate. Now let's go a step further.
I didn't say that I was going to chase status and money.
That's
you
exactly what you said.
You said it was at my preference. I said yes. That doesn't mean that's what I'm going after and what I'm chasing.
That's quite literally what you said, because you said, I'm getting money so I could create my own security. And I said, cool. However, you have a finite amount of time to do that because you're 29 now, correct?
No.
How old are you?
26.
26. Okay. So you have a finite amount of time, right, to find a man when you're at your peak. I would argue at this point, you're beyond your peak. 18 to 24 is what men typically want in women, statistically speaking. That's what they want. Men
Would
want
you get with an 18-year-old?
Stop interrupting.
Would you get with an 18-year-old?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
How old are you?
I'm 33. Anyway.
That's not a little weird.
Hey,
I mean,
she's-
come
oh,
on,
she's
she
of
could be in high
age.
school,
She's
bro.
of
Let's
age.
go.
She's 18. She's the baby.
Anyway, so going back to what I was saying, right? Besides her trying to shame, because women will gladly date a man that's 20 years older than them and not bat an eye. But then if I say, okay, I'll date a girl that's 10, 15 years younger than me, that's the problem. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. So, so women have a finite amount of time to find a mate when they're at their peak. So what I argue is that chasing resources as a female is counterproductive to being able to find a man, because you make more money, you get more status, and then you ostracize yourself from the very men, right, that you think that you qualify for, because they don't give a fuck about your status or your money.
I don't need a man to procreate. Number one, I can create my own resources and never
You
get
absolutely
married.
do need a man to procreate.
No.
Hence, procreation is two
Ever
individuals.
heard of a test tube baby? Ever heard of lesbians? Like,
Again, a modern convention to solve an old world. What
But
are you doing?
you can't
Why are
just
you
like
kicking my chair? That's a modern solution for an old world problem. Like I said before.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that
That's cool. You could come up with that solution, but most normal women want to have a man by their side and have a family with that man. They don't want to have a test tube shoved in their vagina, have a child artificially without a man there. You cannot apply your nonsensical worldview on a majority of women who would not want that. Most women would not want to chase a career, not want to make a bunch of money, not ostracize themselves out of the sexual marketplace. They want a man that's successful, that could take care of them. That's what they want. And if they have to get a career to do it, they'll do it to a degree. But at the end of the day, we've proven that already. Women will leave the workforce if the man is right. So is it really in a woman's best interest to chase a career and status when the bottom line is to procreate with the highest status man that you can get? No.
But as a
No,
woman
this
in
all flew
business,
over your head because you're dumb. Like it's
all right, if
incredible
you're
to
gonna
me.
call me dumb, I'm gonna stand the fuck up and walk out.
Get the fuck off the
All
show.
right, fuck you,
are
bitch.
dumb. You are dumb. You are literally dumb. We need to go back to telling people that they're dumb.
God damn, it took you like what, 3 hours?
Holy shit.
What, 2 hours?
No, she is dumb. We need to go back to telling women they're dumb.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I don't know why. Here, you can I don't know what you're doing, adjusting yourself on camera. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Don't
Shove it up your fucking ass.
just leave. Just fucking leave.
All right, there you go.
You embarrass yourself in front of 30,000 people.
Yep. Here you go. I don't know what she's trying to do with this mic, but
I don't know what she's trying to do either. Can you stop fucking talking, dude? No, I'm not rude as fuck. I just have a low tolerance for stupidity, which you've been exhibiting a bunch of. That's what it is. We need to go back to telling people that they're stupid. You are very low IQ. You don't have critical thinking skills. You've been diverting the arguments. You've been arguing in bad faith, and I'm calling you out on it. You're stupid. Okay? That's literally what it is. You are stupid.
That's a great argument, buddy.
I think we've proven that now over the course of a few hours that you are in fact stupid.
Put your shoes on outside.
You are low IQ. That is what it is. We just need to go back to telling people they're dumb.
All right, she's gone.
All right, thank God, man.
It only took 2 hours, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, arguing in bad faith, whatever. I think, whatever.
Bro,
that was painful.
You did.
Dude, you leave too. Get the fuck out of here, man. Holy shit. Just leave. Just leave.
Yeah,
just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
You're a clown. Just leave.
Yeah.
Yes. You. Yeah. Incredible.
Oh my God, dude.
Bro, just leave.
Okay, Daddy, I'll leave.
Just leave.
What is she on?
Bro, she on drugs or some shit, bro. Dude, she popped the Molly before the show or something, bro. I don't know what the fuck going on.
She's on, bro.
Bitch
Come on,
retarded.
and sweating.
Dog.
Yeah, Zena, can you record her, please? All right, cool. Make sure I
have,
can't
like-
see
from here.
Nigga, bitch is on some shit, man. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I feel like you guys didn't even get to talk that much. It's just like, damn, like, holy shit, dude.
Embarrassment, man. Like, bro, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, there's literally girls out there in the world that, like, this bitch had a degree. This one over here is like, what the, like,
Well, she's a rapper too, so I mean, that
yeah, fair enough. But she has a degree, nigga. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, bro, holy shit. Yo, just put your shoes on outside. Take your bag, take your phone, put your shoes on outside. All right? Like, just put them on outside.
The classic line.
Put your shoes on outside. Like, you're creating a scene for no reason. You're just making yourself look foolish. Take your bag, take your phone, put your shoes on outside.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
My shoes inside.
No, you're going to put your shoes outside.
Inside. 'Cause
Okay.
My shoes are inside, so I'll put my shoes inside.
In the fucking clown world. I'm going to put my shoes inside. That's her last act of defiance, making yourself look stupid. Here, look, I'm trying to give you a tidbit here. We're going to record your dumb ass and put you on locals. You look stupider when you sit in the apartment. Bro, that's why black women are the lowest on the dating totem pole, bro. This is the truth, bro.
always
They
are black
literally
queens,
get the
bro.
lowest rating on dating apps, and that's a fucking fact because of fuckery like that. Anyway,
it's always our black queens, man.
Yeah, always embarrassed. Hey, we got a white chick. Hey, equal opportunity, bro.
Both.
Yeah, we'll kick both out.
Okay, so back to the regular programming.
Yeah, man. Holy shit.
We got some rumble rants. Or
Like the white chicks are delusional as fuck and dumb, and then the black chicks just don't want to leave. It's.
I just feel bad for the girls because they couldn't really talk that much. But
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we'll give it
okay.
a chance now.
Well, you know, now that they're gone, yeah, let's get their thoughts on the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
What
okay.
are y'all thoughts on that situation? Keep it 1,000.
You want to talk?
Honestly, that was really crazy.
What was?
Because her speaking about all the minorities, it's not really valid because it's a less percentage.
Mhm.
Talking about in general, a majority of people. Let's say
Common sense.
let's say that everybody here wants to go ahead and be in a race, right?
Mhm.
And there's someone with a disability. Oh, but they should have one for them. Like have people pull them on a wheelchair. That's the only person that has a disability.
Right.
Like,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. What are your thoughts on this?
The same as her. I mean, I get it. It's just she's really young. She's like 26, and she doesn't. And I understand.
That's not young.
It's not young at all.
It's young.
That nigga old.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying
No,
to be
but I
nice. I
think
like
it's
her.
young,
I'm
you
trying to
know?
be nice.
Yeah, but being nice and being honest.
We need to go back to bullying. I think.
Yeah, two different
Yeah, but
things.
If she had a brother that told her you're fucking dumb, she would have been like, you know what? Maybe let me think twice. But yeah,
I bet no one's ever told her that.
A brother or dad. Yo, you could tell
I
the
think
girls that
she's
have a
taking it
father figure in their life.
personal.
What?
I think she's taking it too personal because she kept making like more
More
and more. Like
I
you
think
said,
she wants to
I
prove
love
it
what you said,
yourself,
but,
you
like,
know, when you want to prove it all the time. She wants to say, I'm good, I'm amazing. When you try to do that, she wants to say all the time, say, I know that I'm intelligent, I'm smart, I know everything about the life. I think she wants to prove it all the time.
I think it was very much like a stereotypical woman, like she has to be right.
She didn't
It
want to
was
be
very
wrong.
emotional.
Yeah,
When she got
yeah.
defensive, she started calling you like a fucking bitch. Like
That's why I was saying emotion. She's shooting.
Yeah, she's so emotional.
it wasn't like you're talking
All
space.
the arguments
on,
were
like,
emotional.
yeah, instead of facts and statistics or like general.
She needs to go to therapist. Yes.
Well, she did say
I
she was.
think
She was dealing with therapy.
She was.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you? Thoughts on this?
My mic is muted.
Yeah. Clearly.
What was that?
I don't think she really understands you clearly
Mm.
in a way because when you were talking, I understood you, but she kept like coming back.
She had to be right.
Yeah.
She couldn't
she
lose
was
the
just trying
argument.
all the time. She wants to, you know, be control what he talking. That's it. This is the point. If he said something right, she wants to say control. If she say something bad, she wants to.
Contrary, yeah.
Yeah, this
So-
is the point. Doesn't matter what he says.
Yeah,
She
so
just
she's
want-
moving the goalposts each time.
Yeah,
he would
yeah.
give a point.
Yeah.
To
And the
change the
statement
argument.
was in general. It was like towards
Yeah, you
her.
kept. You kept saying general.
Well, she's gone now.
The fuck y'all niggas doing back over there, man? Fix the cameras.
Behind the scenes, guys.
Come on, man. Get with it.
Okay.
We do a lot. All right, let's go.
Come on, man. Stop with the fucking excuses. Fix the fucking
All right.
cameras. Get the shit going.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We got it.
Anyway,
yeah, so we heard the thoughts on this whole debacle here. All right, some more chats.
Oh my god, man.
Okay, you want to?
All right, let's go. Cam.
Ladies, the best way to know you have a good man is if you open. No, we did that one, right, Chris? Marcus Brown. Evening FNF. I want to say I appreciate all the effort you put into this. I've learned so much from many angles. I'll be laying off the internet for a while and officially start focusing more on pursuing excellence. We'll soon be back for more content. Shout out to you, bro.
Heck yeah.
All right. IRS.
I shouldn't have to say it like multiple times.
No.
Get the shit done, man. Get the fucking shit done. There's like four y'all back over there. Get the shit done.
Ladies, what's the most lucrative asset to invest your money into? Real quick. What would that be for you?
Can you repeat that?
What is the most lucrative asset to invest your money into?
Myself.
Okay. For you?
Can I say again?
Define lucrative.
So if you have money to invest into, I guess, like a asset, like something to make you more money, what would it be?
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. So money
Uh-huh.
to put into
Uh-huh.
making more money. What would that be for
Invest.
Also, okay, invest in my education. you
Education?
know? Yeah, all the time I spend a lot of money in my study and things like that.
you? Okay. And for you?
The one where like you invest in that mutual fund investment and those people invest for you. I'd invest like a few hundred a month.
Stock market then.
Yeah.
Okay.
but someone to do it for me because I don't understand it good enough.
So you pay someone to manage it for you.
Yeah, like the fund you open at banks, the mutual investment fund,
wealth managers.
Pretty much.
that thing. Yeah.
Okay. And for you?
Bitcoin's taking over South America a lot. They like have ATMs, and it'd probably go into gold too. You know,
Yeah.
Which
gold.
coin would you invest in? You would say
literally Bitcoin.
Bitcoin itself?
The ATMs are all across South America. Bitcoin ATMs are everywhere. Mexico, Brazil, Argentina.
that's actually a pretty good investment.
Yeah. And gold, because crypto.
W for knowing that. What
I
about you?
would say the same and forex.
Forex? Okay. And that's a skill you gotta learn to trade Forex.
Yeah.
Currencies.
It's
So
a different animal.
That's a long
It
time.
is.
Okay. Not bad. Chris.
Yep.
Got some more here? As legendary pimp Iceberg Slim once said, chumps prefer beautiful lies to ugly truth. Keep on doing the Lord's work, FNF. Get the truth into these hard-headed ladies' heads. I think they get, for the most part, these ladies here have it down packed. And then 50 up, Chris?
Yep.
Okay. TJ King says, ladies, if you're able to, would you steal your dream man from the woman he's married to? Damn.
Oof.
That's not bad at all. Okay.
Good question.
Hypothetical, because obviously you're married now. Let's say your man you're married to now isn't married to you. Would you steal him from somebody else to get your dream
I
man?
wouldn't,
Why?
because I wouldn't want it to be done to me if I was in that position.
Okay. Turn the other cheek. What about you?
I had the opportunity. I didn't. The same reason. I believe in karma, and like it comes back.
Was he coming on to you, or you just like,
Yeah, 100%. Dream guy. Everything, but like no.
damn? For you?
No,
another.
I would not do that. Same thing she said. I believe in karma also. You don't.
Is karma real though?
For women,
Stop
we
the
believe in
cap.
it.
Yeah.
As above, so below. At least good women. That's a big thing. If you look
That's
at
cap.
bad women, will be like, oh, it's the energy, it's the flow, it's the this, it's okay. They make a lot of excuses.
Mhm.
Good women will say, I don't want that. No, we're scared. We know, we've seen it too many times where it comes back to the woman. And people think about karma as like an individual thing. No, think about your mother when she gets something wrong with her. Think about your father. Think about your brother. Think about your children. The karma doesn't just stay with you. It stays. I'm also like Latina, so it's like it doesn't just stay with you. It stays with you
Your
and the
family.
people you love. Because when they get hurt,
Yeah.
and like I've seen it where I've done something stupid, and my mom will get hurt, and I'll be like I did that. I feel that.
But
you know what I
you're
mean?
correlating that to her life from your actions. And
As a Latina,
yeah.
this is the way that we think. This is the way that we're brought up. It is what I have no, like. I'm also
I'm just
American,
challenging-
so like.
I'm challenging because like the term of karma, who came up with the idea? Nobody knows. But you believe because it's told to you from your parents.
Well,
maybe.
actually, you look through Indian culture. It
Yeah.
traveled from India to Latin America too. I looked it up because I was wondering the same thing, and I'm like, why do I was trying to defeat my
but
self-limiting
who
belief
told
of
the Indians
karma.
that karma was a real thing?
Well, there's no time limit before the Indians and
But that's
India.
that's my whole point here. The whole concept of karma is not a real thing.
Technically,
but we
yeah.
create it in our head saying it's real, which I think is a great thing because for women, they don't have anything to keep them accountable. So karma at least can do that for.
And that's
most
why I
women.
play out the tape, because I'm like, okay, hypothetically, who told them? Does it matter? At least it gives some women in check.
Accountability.
That's the way that I look at it.
That's
is
why I like it.
And the girlfriends that like me and her, I'm like, yo, Fresh and Frip, bringing together ladies. Like me and her both moved to Miami a week ago, and we can instantly like, I see you're a good woman. I see that if I have success, you're not going to hate me. I see that if I get married, you're not going to try and take my man. I see that these are things that women also pay attention to other women. And that's when I give guys advice. It's the same thing. I have seen how women are towards me. I give them the like little tink of like, this is how you can tell a woman is about you. So like if you go to sleep and a woman isn't like, tell me this, if you love a man, you're not going to be like,
Yeah.
nah.
Okay.
And if she's not like that in her sleep, like
I got
figure
you.
it out.
I usually I like to believe action. So if he's gonna leave me, like if he's gonna leave the girl for me, I'm not gonna not think he's not gonna do that to me. Does that make sense? Like
So because he would leave her for you, you was like, so no, because it happens
so like
to you
let's
too.
say like another woman is showing attention, he leaves the woman he's currently with to go with me.
Mhm.
What makes like a prettier and younger girl is gonna come around and take him?
Okay. And for you?
You know, I don't hang out with the guys that already engaged with another girl. So when I saw the thing like that, I prefer don't stay together, because the same thing the guys do with the girls, you do with me, lady. It's the pattern, you know.
So they're gonna repeat that pattern and do it to you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last but not least,
No.
why?
Because the same way you get them, the same way you lose them.
Okay. All right. Your answers there. Daniel. Shout out to FNF for always bringing the Fire Day shows and revealing gems, talking to the 304s at night. Salute and get them likes up, lovers. Shout out to y'all. And this last speaker, Chris.
Yep. 1 second.
Today I closed on a $3 million sale. Shout out to you. Biggest step in my life. Figured to share this with your podcast because you've been a great motivation and factor in the success. Love y'all. Keep up the great good work. Shout out to you. The dentist. And then Sambar Rectum says, question for ladies. If you have the male best friend that's a virgin or that's just not able to get play, will you help him out by letting him hit? Okay, so if you find a guy that's legit your male best friend and he's a virgin, would you give him some sympathy pussy, I guess? Would you? No? Would you?
No.
Would you?
No.
Would you?
No.
Would you?
No.
Listen here, guys. No best friends. It doesn't work.
Sorry.
Precious balls. You're going to need more than that fake BBC. You can keep on your nightstand to satisfy your needs. Renata, you're coming with us. First Komodo, then jacuzzi at the crib, and some bedroom fun. Fresh is a big guy, so please use 2 hands.
Sorry.
No. 3 Diglets. Hope the old bitch next to Fresh doesn't take over the show. She did, bro. But now she's gone. Thank God. Nick K says, this chick next to Fresh makes people wait forever to smash because no one will put up with her for more than 10 minutes. And the woman next to Myron is why we don't dabble in the dark. Last one here, Rolling Zuku says, 70% of the 20% of Mirages left is far less than 80% of 100%. Okay. And the Roll Rats?
Yeah, we got 20 of them out.
On Rumble?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. City Boy Pharmacist Myron took Black Pill Granny out to dinner in Bal Harbor last fall when she had a boyfriend. They're all the same, bro. You know City Boy Farmer?
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, shit. Okay. So you cheat on your man with him?
No, man. I wouldn't cheat. I don't cheat either.
You seem like
Stop the cap.
you're all the same.
I mean, yellow, whatever. Whatever you think, it's your opinion. I don't care.
I mean, that's what you're saying right there.
I love you.
Rody says, yo, whose message is this? Freshina on that shit. It's just wilding, bro. Okay, ladies. This part of the show here is where it's more fun, more intensive. You can talk a little bit more too as well. Questions, comments, statements about for us, dating, whatever you want to talk about, we can handle here. Any questions, comments?
For you guys?
Yeah, for us.
Okay, let me think.
I want to wait last because I should too much.
Anybody?
Like, I guess
you guys have a girlfriend? You are single?
Well, I'm single.
You're single?
Yeah.
I have multiple ladies.
So multiple.
Okay.
What
I don't know what it is, okay?
So like 3-4 girls.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay,
for the streets.
It's the girls doesn't matter about that?
What was that?
You have 3 girls?
Maybe.
But the girls doesn't matter about that?
I'm honest about it. I'm not going to have one girlfriend.
Oh, but the girls will stay together for
They
you.
know.
You know it's okay? Don't care?
Yeah, I'm not going to have one girl.
No.
They know.
They
He
know?
tells them.
Yeah, it's okay for
Yeah.
the girls.
He doesn't keep it a secret.
Okay.
If they didn't know, I don't think they
I
would
never heard that.
No,
So
there's-
for me the thing is
That's
new,
what she was
so-
thinking. That's what she.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think having one girlfriend is... no guy really wants to do that. Most guys do that because they have to. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I tried it. It don't
But
work.
everybody's
Never works.
agree it's okay. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should be honest.
With the girls, it's okay.
No, she can't have... No, she has clothes on their end. They're closed. I'm open.
Oh, you can say with a different girl, but the girl I
No.
can't. Oh,
Absolutely
why?
not.
Why?
Because I don't date hoes.
Okay.
Hold on. Do you want more than one guy?
No, I don't have a guy now, so
No, but do you want like 2-3 guys?
if I'm single, it's okay. You know, if
No,
you
but let's say you have a man.
okay,
right?
if I have
Do you want 2, 3, 4 men that are your boyfriend?
this no the same time.
That's the thing.
No.
Us as guys, we want that. We want multiple girlfriends.
No, but my question is the girls, it's okay for the girls. He has a lot of different girls in the
Like the girls don't care.
Yeah, if the girls don't care about that.
Yeah, he's honest about it. So he's telling them so they know.
Either the girls is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, wait, what? Not Brazil.
You know, Because I'm from Brazil. This is not normal, you know? But okay, I'm just, you said you want to ask her. I'm just curious about that.
Okay. Any more questions, ladies?
What do you guys think about game?
Game? In terms of like dating?
Yeah, like, do you think it's like a real thing, or do you see it as manipulation? Because I think people are so sensitive about manipulation. They're like,
I think game for me just means that like I understand what I want in a scenario, and I'm able to say, okay, I know what she wants as well, and I can bring both to the table and make a connection there. I think that's what game means to me.
I like that. I don't think that's what game means to everybody.
No, I mean, it's like interpret game because, for example, game can mean either some tactics to get what you want, or, for example, building connection. But I think for me, that's what that means.
I'm sorry. I had a question earlier. We were talking about the value that a woman can bring to a relationship. That was going to be my question, is what you guys were talking about earlier, like when women bring, if you're assessing a woman that can bring value to a relationship or be valuable and significant enough for a long-term relationship, what kind of value are guys looking for?
You can take it first.
So I think guys are looking for someone that's going to be loyal, one, not a hoe. Number two, she's actually going to have value for his life. For example, she's going to help his business, help him with his work, and not be annoyance. And then three, she's actually going to be on some level able to say, you know what, my man has this lifestyle, he has his business, and I'm going to make sure I don't in any way take him off that path. So those qualities would help her become like more of a viable option. That's what I would say.
Being an asset versus a liability. Most girls are liabilities. They come in and take, and they don't necessarily give anything back in return, and they think their presence is enough.
I'm pretty.
That's how most girls operate.
I know.
And the thing that is the worst is the more attractive they are, the less they typically tend to bring, is because they feel as though their presence is more important. And that stems from women having an overinflated sense of self-worth thanks to the internet. It all builds upon itself, right? And it's not until maybe they meet a guy like me and tells them you're not special, or another guy that doesn't tolerate female fuckery, and they'll tell them what it really is. Then they kind of come to reality. And the thing is that women are attracted to men that don't treat them like equals.
Women are attracted to men that don't treat them like equals. Okay.
Yes. I said yes. I actually tweeted this yesterday. I said you can either understand women, or you can either understand women, or you're not, or you can treat them as an equal, but you can't do both.
Yeah, I agree with. I'm gonna say this, like, now that it's like less chaotic. Women
don't want equality.
They don't.
They disrespect men that actually give it to them, is what I've realized. Let's think about it, and we could break it down. Like, for example, chivalry, right? Women want chivalry. Nothing about chivalry implies equality at all.
Agreed.
The man is leading everything. The man is dictating everything. He is a leader, so therefore he is the superior in that relationship. That's what women want, however. But if you treat them like an equal, let's split it down the middle. What do you want to do? Okay, let's make this an equal partnership. That's why when girls like the one before said, I want a partnership, it's a lie. Women don't want partnerships. They want a dictatorship with a man who's willing to listen to some of the things they got to say. But women don't really want equality. It's the biggest lie ever. Yeah. It's a lie that feminism propagates, and it's not true. And what I always say is, if you want the most attractive men that women actually want, never view women as equal. You can either understand women, or you could treat them as equal. But if you treat them as an equal, you're not going to get respected, unfortunately.
Treat them as an equal,
we had the lady right here, the young black queen. We asked a question earlier. If someone open up your door, would you tell them thank you? She said no.
No, that's entitlement. And that's the thing where I tell guys, I'm like, you have to take a look for women that are entitled, because like you said, we have been told you deserve everything.
Most are though.
Yeah, and I understand it, and that's why I try and explain it to that way to women. If we like, my issue, okay, let me put it this way. I don't see the things that I see the things that men are going through, and I see how women are reacting to it. When we had the women's suffrage movement, the only reason that was even viable was because we had the men's support, right? Now we have the men having issues, and the women go brouhaha. And it's not just you guys, and it's not just the podcasting starting. The manosphere stuff, it started way back when, and the foundation was for men to help other men that didn't have fathers in the household. So they didn't know how to change a tire. They didn't know how to do their taxes. They didn't know how to do a lot of things. And so these men would mentor them, and that's where the manosphere came from. Then it came from MGTOW, men going their own way.
They literally said, I've had it for with women, and they're all delusional. I'm done. These are men, their children were taken, their money was taken. They don't have anything. Then we went into the court systems, and we had red pill break off on Midtown. Then we had black pill break off on red pill. But it's the foundation of it was because men are still unaliving themselves. And like the only issue I have with any podcast like this, and I have a question for you guys because of this, because I also have studied people. I study you guys, Andrew Tate, all these guys, and you guys and Andrew Tate are the only, yeah. And there's one Armenian guy, I forgot his name, but you guys are the only ones that I follow, because when I look at when you started, I look at the history. I know some people you used to F with that you don't anymore for good reason. And I can see that where your standpoint is, the chat and everything, your target demographic is the young men with no fathers in the household. You're trying to put them on game, right?
I mean, I don't think it necessarily is the father, because the thing is there's a bunch of guys that have fathers in the household, but
yeah, but they weren't good dads. It comes down to parenting. If you have a good mom and you have a good dad, they're going to teach you the value
manosphere
system.
really, mostly stem from guys' inability to get women.
Yeah, dating.
Right? It started there.
Well, no, the history was starting because of the fatherless. I'm telling you the history because I know the OG. Okay.
You don't know
whatever
the
you guys
history.
want.
Yeah.
Because
whatever you guys
no
want.
offense, females. I keep it 1,000. I don't even think y'all should be in this space.
Yeah.
I think most women that are in the red
Yeah,
pill
but
are
then when
grifters,
you want to have a discussion with a panel full of women, but when a woman comes in here and actually knows the history and has the talking points, you don't want to have a discussion.
It's not correct though.
But it is correct. The manosphere itself was created to help men become men in ways that they weren't able to, which did include dating, but it wasn't
What was the format
foundation.
at the very beginning?
The manosphere itself, the creating?
The format.
What do you mean?
What was the format for the manosphere? The beginning.
It wasn't online. It was just networking.
Where?
In the 80s in groups, and then the PUAs were a part of it.
And then what did it turn into?
Manosphere online with red pill and then black pill.
No, but what specifically?
What do you mean? The thing that I can't say, like the who actually started.
No, I'm talking about, for example, what was it? Okay, so in person, and then what was the next step of the history?
Oh, it was in meetings. They were doing networkings and they were doing groups and they were having actual conventions.
After that?
And then that's when they broke off and they started having different meetings in person in different segments, and then they went online.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this. I appreciate you and your input, but I don't think you really understand our plights, even though you try to. And
But
that's
the point is I'm trying to.
Yeah, but you can't really though. You
But
can't ever.
absolutely. But you guys, the whole reason I'm saying this isn't to argue with you guys. It's if the women's suffrage moved because of men's support, the things that men are dealing with, like the paternity test, the court system, all of these things could move faster with more women's support. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not even trying to prove anything. I'm just simply asking if one plus one equals 2, how can women help?
Yeah, but you're older, so
The thing is though,
So because I'm 32 years old, I'm older, I'm not able to help. I'm trying to talk to, I'm trying to be able to be a thing to talk to my sisters so that they can understand. Because the way that we talk in the manosphere of like, you're stupid and you're dumb because you don't know the talking points, I'm trying to communicate it to the women in the language that women understand that men don't understand. And I'm simply asking, I'm pleading with you guys to help me understand. And instead it's like, you shouldn't even be here. Like, I'm trying to help. I ain't got no gaming. I have 2 businesses. I don't have anything else. I'm just simply asking you guys, pleading basically, how can I help? And your simple answer is you don't belong.
You want to take this first?
The fact is, if you have to ask how to help, you shouldn't even be here.
I'm down.
What do you? I'm just saying.
It's ignorant. It's
No,
if
it's
you
the truth,
have
though.
to ask how to help, you shouldn't even be here.
It's
I'm simply
factual.
asking how I can communicate this to my other girlfriends. But you
If
don't even,
you're
if you're not
expert,
willing to
you
open the
know,
door,
then you
that's
don't-
called ignorance. And that's
It's the truth, though.
And you guys call
here's the
women
thing.
ignorant all the time, but I'm here pleading with you guys. I'm not violent. I'm not angry at you guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm actually asking you guys how I can help. And you're telling me that I shouldn't be here. I'm done.
Look, man, it's very simple. Women that typically tend to come into space are grifters.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
I'll just keep it 1,000. They don't really give a shit about men's issues or anything like that. They're just here to get some clicks and views. We just got to keep it 1,000. I don't think women have a place in male spaces because they don't know how to properly provide assistance and advice in a meaningful way to actually help men, because women don't understand the male struggle, which is cool. I don't knock that. But what she's saying is, I want to help my girls understand, and what I'm arguing is that women don't give a fuck, and they're not gonna understand because they don't care. They don't need to.
Yep.
Why are you gonna go ahead and concede leverage when you already have it? So that's what it is. I mean,
that's cute what she's trying to do, but
yeah,
like, bro,
it's
come on,
grift,
man.
bro. It's grift. She's 32, bro. Like I always say, women don't wake up until they got to start paying for their own drinks at the bar, man.
If you really cared that much, you would start aware earlier, and as well, bro, you give a solution right away. But you don't have any. You're just talking our points.
She grifting, bro.
Yeah.
And most chicks are that come into space. It is what it is. You know, the little inconsistencies here and there. I don't use men, blah, 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 but I'm out with my promoters that all want to fuck me. Like, come on, man.
Someone just chatted, like, you took on a date when you had a boyfriend. You're going to say, oh, yeah, YOLO.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah,
care.
bro. I don't, just like I don't go into, you know, female spaces and talk about my feelings and shit like that. I don't think women really have a place in male spaces at all. I think that if anything, they fuck it up because they come in for their own reasons, right? Like,
and it's soft. There's no impact to it, and there's no real like energy because it's not them.
It's a griff.
So I think it's cat, man.
It's a griff. Any chick I've ever seen in the sphere, bro, is a griff, man. Let's just keep it a million. Yeah. It is what it is. She trying to. She got really mad about you saying that.
It's the truth, though. Am I lying?
Have you asked? You already lost. I mean, that's kind of true. You don't even know the issues,
bro. Legit, our plights as men. Like, no offense, women don't understand. However, it's cute that you can recite what we say online, but
yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of the pod is to talk, have these discussions, and just kind of reveal in 4K feel like they really don't give a fuck. Like that chick don't give a fuck, bro. Like y'all niggas, she came here for clicks and clout, bro. That's what she even said it earlier in the show. Like.
And she's 32, man.
Don't give a fuck, bro.
She ran through, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm telling y'all, bro. Women don't wake up until they pay for their own drinks, bro. Like, open your guys' eyes. I know some of y'all niggas are sipping in the chat. Oh, bro, no, man, not true. I'm telling y'all, man. They don't give a fuck. I'm telling y'all. Anyway.
All right, let's do.
Niggas like they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, man. And I don't. And here's the thing. I don't expect them to. And y'all shouldn't expect them to either.
If you notice, right? I was even upset, angry. I was even hard. I just saying, hey, here's the truth, and she can't handle it. How you gonna lead men? You can't even handle that bullshit. It's like I just said one line. And
you don't know you already lost.
Oh my god.
I mean, she's single.
I was even that mean. What's that?
She's single, man. So
I was gelling. I exposed her. That's what.
You were nicer about it than me. I was gonna say you're a grifter. I was just gonna say straight up, like, bro, like I don't trust none of y'all females that be in this space. I know why y'all are here, bro. I know why y'all are here.
Smart.
You know what I mean? Watching FNF for around a year, growth has been insane. From all the sauce. Question for the ladies: for the fellas, notice that the YouTube URL was FNF Miami. Wondering if in the future FNF will go into other cities.
I mean, we travel.
Yeah, we might. Yeah,
we'll be in Colombia.
We'll be in Colombia.
Yeah.
Old Myron needs to make a comeback. These bitches are getting too wild and disrespectful. Never heard a dumb bitch call Myron a bitch and not get castled. Revive Old Myron. Choose your path, Myron. Here's the thing, bro. There's a saying. When a fool exposes himself as a fool, don't stop them. Mm-hmm. And that girl just showed how low IQ she was, man. and honestly, I just wanted y'all to see the stupidity, and she ended up walking off anyways. So who gives a shit? Yeah. She made herself look dumb. All right, so we'll get the last thoughts and comments from the ladies.
Yes, ladies. So last part of the show here. Thoughts on the show? Any more questions or comments? I know you got none
or disagreements or whatever it may be.
Go ahead.
Very crazy. And people don't understand you guys clearly enough.
You understand though?
Yeah, I listen. I observe. So I get it.
I can appreciate that.
Fair enough.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. How was this show for you?
From what you understood.
Oh, this is a good one, So, for me, this is crazy situation because I never see that.
Isn't that your friend?
No, I know her today, but it's everybody have their way to think about life. I'm not here for judging what the people think is right or wrong. For me, it's like English class all life. I come to here for see how I can speak English. So I try for that. Is that?
Did you understand anything that was said on the show?
No. No.
Okay.
I try. I do my best. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I was helping you along the way. What about you?
After being here like more than a couple times, I used to be kind of hard-headed like that, like wanting to be a boss bitch or whatever. But then I've met people like I live alone. I'm independent. So I pay my own bills. I pay my own things all the time. And like, I guess I've realized that being independent, I do, and I work. Like, it's not like I have everything handed to me. I've realized that, like, you know, I would like a more traditional role. Like, things like this shouldn't be taken personal when you guys are speaking in general ways. It's like once they get personal, they get emotional and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just good to like listen and look at other views and put it, because a lot of men that I know that are of status and have money all think the same way like this. Like they think women should stick to their role. And it's like a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is.
And they won't tell you to your face.
Yeah, it's just like you should listen to that and use it to your, not to your advantage, but like how to guide life if you know what your role is. So it's helped me out.
Okay, that's good. For you?
I mean, I still enjoyed my time, but it was a lot for me.
You're so
It was
quiet, just
terrible.
like chill. You're like, oh my god.
What is happening?
You hate hearing women talk.
She said
Now, to be fair, homegirl hogged the whole show, and this chick was just being delusional too. So it's just like, but yeah,
Women don't make sense.
yeah, you didn't say anything.
I know.
Okay, what about you?
I just think it was crazy and a waste of time. I would have just shut the fuck up and learned. That's it.
See, I want
Like,
you to talk
if you're
more.
wrong,
I know
you're
you got a
wrong.
lot to say because you're married. You know, you waited, so I want to hear your opinion on some more things. But next time, I guess.
All right, it happens, man. You'll get some girls that come in and they'll want to argue. You know what I mean? You guys got to also remember too. I think for the girls, it's an opportunity because they're like, oh shit, like I can like debate and argue with a guy. Because like, let's keep it 1,000. Do girls get argued with on dates?
No.
99% of the time, no. Girls say dumb shit all the time because dudes never tell them that was dumb. That's probably the first time in a very long time that I told that, like, someone told that girl that was dumb, or told this ridiculous chick, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But you know what's funny though? When they plot to come debate you, and I'm just like, you're not gonna win. This is like, what's the point?
I literally did know every single one of their talking points, and then this chick right here was on Somali or some shit. I was like, bro, that nigga, if you're watching this show right now, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? She literally made you wait the longest, and she's crazy as fuck, man. The fuck is going on,
High
bro?
off life, bro. Holy shit.
Yo, like, what the fuck? Like, bro,
She's
I
tweaking.
I mean, number one, I wouldn't want my girl coming on a pod, but let's say my fiance did come on a pod and she said some dumb shit like, oh yeah, I made him wait the longest, a month and 2 weeks. And she couldn't answer simple questions, acting all crazy and shit, nigga. That shit is over. Yo, I'm taking back the ring. I'm done.
Well,
Fuck.
her husband was downstairs waiting for her right now.
She did a good
Nigga,
job.
crazy.
She did a very good job. So shout out to you.
Bro, if you're still here watching this shit, like, nigga, get out now. Get out now.
Actually, her husband was downstairs trying to get her off the podcast 3 times.
Oh, for real?
Really?
So security was up here, and I had to deal with them the whole time. So that's why it's like,
See,
yo,
you know, like, bro, what the fuck is this shit doing?
So it's a lot of shit behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
You did him a favor then.
Bruh. Nigga, call that shit off.
It's all white guy, by the way.
If you're watching, he's an old white guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
It's true.
All white guy. He
It's
came
true.
before the show.
Oh my god.
So,
Bro, you got real estate
Yeah.
property.
It's really.
No wonder.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Just and she has a kid.
So,
all right, what am I saying this nigga like? Yo, if you're watching this shit, I'm a real estate investor too. She's gonna collect half of your shit, bro.
he watches the show according to her.
Bro. He don't watch the show.
Watching the wrong show then.
Yeah, he must watch After Hours only or clips or something, bro.
I don't know, man.
Holy fuck.
I don't know, man. It's one of those things, man.
You don't watch our day show.
Bro, yeah, he don't watch the daytime show. If he watched the daytime show, he would know. We tell y'all what single mom recreational use only.
Nigga got jungle fever, literally. Nigga say, "Yo, black chick, I'm there. Come
Yo, man, what are you doing?
Hey,
what are you doing?
Jungle fever, bro. Gotta
Bro,
be it.
okay. If he's watching, nigga, no, man,
No,
no. Call that shit off
Listen,
now.
That is not Black Queen, my friend.
Yeah, man. That there are way.
That's a Black L.
Yeah, that's.
You need your Black Queen for real.
Yeah, bro.
Something.
She'd be a better candidate for you, man, but she lesbian now. But yo, like, yo, you shit, nigga, what do you do? She'd be a better candidate, bro.
Oh,
God
man.
damn. Like, why'd you pick her? There's way better black girls, man.
Yo, she been tweaking the whole show. I'm like,
Nigga.
is she good?
Bro. God damn, man.
Okay, we got on Friday.
Yo, I feel sorry, man. Like, yo, because he got some M's. He's a real estate investor. He retired. Probably got an M or two at least.
But she didn't want to say what he did for good reason, because that's probably her sugar daddy. Just saying.
Now, but she said fiance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she had a ring on.
Once again, sugar daddy turned into
She had a ring.
fiance. He's falling for her.
Could be.
Who knows?
Could be.
He paying them bills. Remember, she don't work.
Could be. Bro, let this be a lesson to all y'all in the chat, man. You high net worth guys, bro, don't marry single moms. If you're like, don't fucking get with these ratchet ass chicks, man. Like, what are y'all doing, man? You gotta set yourself up cruising for a bruising, man.
Listen, this is a good example right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
That just proves more the point that women are really privileged. Like, just look at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She made him
Perfect
wait the
example.
longest too.
I said it on air live. Yo, that's shameful, bro.
Yo, man. Hey, maybe we'll save them from the situation, man. But anyway, guys, all the girls' Instagrams are below, man. Feel free to send them a dick pic. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Maybe not the married one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't even open my DMs.
Bro, my
so-
fucking hair, man. Oh, that was a tough one, man. Yo, fucking
Yeah, it
follow
was
the
tough.
channel, subscribe, bro. Like, goddamn, bro.
See you guys on Friday.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys on Friday when Nick Fuentes is gonna be a crazy show. I'm gonna let him do most of the debating, bro. Fuck, I'm done with this shit, man.
All right, guys.
Bye.